let's get this going. Um, Provided it's. Oh, yep, call it stream. Alright. So, last we left off, um, the party had decided to infiltrate the governor's mansion. Um, After a series of very lucky rolls and very unlucky rolls, um, the party was found out mid infiltration and ended up killing pretty much every guard in the mansion. Most of which probably had families, but that's okay.
Hey, I spared one. I knocked one out.
Two. You knocked two out, and then you killed eight.
Yeah, so not exactly killing everyone, is it?
You killed enough for it to matter. um,
including one who met his end by stepping on a trap.
yeah, that was something.
Poor
Um,
bad.
but yes, after searching around the mansion, trying to find clues of his or hints to prove the claims that this individual has been making of uh, Governor Taruk Marinooth being corrupt. You found a few treasures and a very dangerous carpet, um, and Zabel managed to um, scurry off and peek in on a conversation between what he described as the governor and one shaded individual. Um, After listening to this conversation, it seemed like he did indeed have some corrupt roots. Um, and then seeing him exit through a secret passage and realizing that the guards would probably be on you any second, you all uh, quickly snuck into this passage and avoided the detection of the guards. Traveling down the passage, you found a door to the side that led into one of the sewers in the southwestern side of the city, and used those sewers to escape um, the mansion. Uh, Continuing on, you bedded down for the night in a different inn from the one that you had been previously staying in order to lay low. And as everyone went to sleep, Niana had a strange dream similar to the one that she had before, floating in a place she knows to be the Astral Sea. Um, but then, um, without really knowing what happened, her senses seemed to be overloaded um, with some strange force, which also managed to catch Neroth as well, as the two of them fell unconscious for the rest of the night. But everyone else, uh, so Zabel and Balan, you wake up and you feel tired but pretty rested. It is the next day. What would the two of you like to do?
Guess more or less getting up, for starters.
It's a good start.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'll head out the door and see if anyone else has gotten up from the team.
Yep. And Zabel, what are you doing?
I'm gonna be downstairs already eating.
Okay. Yep, so you two see each other as you come downstairs for breakfast.
Yep. I'll order up some food as well. I'm starving, and yeah, I'll sit with Zabel to eat.
Mm-hmm.
What's on the special for breakfast today?
Dried meats, potatoes and other vegetables. Some bread that's a little stale. It's the food in this inn is not that great. It's functional, but not enjoyable to consume. You do get like a very watered down sort of ale. But yeah.
Hmm.
They also have juices as well, also fairly watered down. No milk here.
Ah, poor Zabel.
But yeah.
I'll survive as I'm munching on some dry meat.
Yeah, so it probably takes a bit of teeth strength to actually get into that dried meat.
Yeah, your jaw's a little sore from like it's hard to eat.
The price we pay for having to hide a little.
But yeah, the two of you are eating. About half an hour passes, 45 minutes, and Neroth and Niana haven't come down yet.
So just looking up towards the stairs, is a little bit skeptical. It's looking over his able, just going. Were they more tired than I thought they were?
No, I'm probably dead again.
I don't know.
Could
I've
be
been up
two-
for about 5 more minutes than you.
Since I don't actually have any idea of why I'm unconscious.
Shush, you're unconscious.
All right. I guess I'll sort of just finish up my ale, and then start walking upstairs and just to check on them.
Yep. All right.
So I'll check in with Niana first, just like a.
Yep. You knock on the door. Just there's no answer.
I carefully open the door.
Yep. It is
Just
locked.
going like Niana.
It is locked.
It's locked.
Yep. All these doors, they have very crude locks on them.
Looking at my left and right, is there anyone in?
No,
Is there
no one
anyone
around.
that's watching me? Okay, I'm gonna just pick the lock.
Yep. All right. Give me a check.
All right.
Fuck.
Oh my god! Come on.
The
Why is it saying
DC
that-
was actually 8.
Okay. It wasn't a natural one, and I made it. Okay.
You sort of you're going at it takes a few seconds, about 10 seconds past. You're like, God fucking tick, 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 and then you end up just like hitting it really hard, and just it loosens the mechanism inside the lock, and it just uh, sweeps open, and you see Niana sort of half on the bed, um, drenched in sweat that has soaked into the bed and the sheets.
Nothing else in the room that's out of the ordinary. No giant hole in the wall or anything.
What's your? I should also write these down. What's your passive investigation?
Passive investigation is 17.
Oh wow. 17. Yeah, it's just having a quick scan around the room. Everything's pretty well in order. It looks it kind of looks like a scene of where someone woke up from a nightmare. Like there's only a scuffle around the sheets and how Niana's um, unconscious, but when you look closer, it's more like in a very sort of like deeper, oh, in a sleep.
Okay, I'm going to step over and just carefully like nudge her shoulder.
All right, as you
Just to make sure she's still alive at
Yeah.
least.
you go over to her. She's very much alive. She is just asleep, kind of as if she had a really rough night. Um, face is a little pale and just whole body's covered in sweat. Like you can see the sweat soaking through whatever her night clothes are.
Hmm. Okay. Well,
Um,
Balin's mainly just going to help at least get her fully back onto the bed to be a bit more comfortable.
all right.
And then you'll actually quietly step out and then check on Naroth.
All right. Naroth as well doesn't answer the door. and you get your thieves tools out. You sort of pick that one up,
Do it
and you're a
again.
little better at this one. No, it's alright. You don't need to do another check. It's a little easier as you realize it's less a finesse and more just a bang it every now and then. And it opens,
Sort
and
of
you
just going
see
under the fall off.
yeah, and as you see Neroth, he's much more on his bed, but in a similar state to Niana, not as heavy, I guess.
So like really, so like like the whole covered in sweat thing as well.
Yeah, not
Very
to the same
similar.
level as Niana, but you can
Mm.
see him sweating, slightly paler than normal. And yeah, it seems like um,
How would you even know what normal is for me in terms of pale? You've
it's
never actually seen my face.
I haven't. No.
you
Even
can
now,
tell.
you can't actually. Even now, you can't actually see my face because I sleep with a mask on.
You sleep with your helmet.
No, it legitimately. It's actually a scourge ASMR thing. You know, they live with their masks on unless they're in battle
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
because a lot of them have a lot of extremely strong divine energy,
Yeah. Okay.
and they use that to block it out. Or
So okay. In that case, you see Neroth in a still covered in sweat, but not nearly to the same level as Niana. Also sleeping heavily. He didn't seem to have a great night either.
Are these two were these two were like next door neighbors, right? In terms
Yes.
of rooms. Right. Okay.
It was you, Niana, Neroth, Azabel.
Right. Okay.
so the two middle rooms.
2 mill rooms. Yeah. So maybe I'll to ascertain if there's anything like physically wrong with them that caused this at all, like any sort of potential attack or something. So I'm gonna just like check their body for wounds and that sort of thing. So
Okay.
medicine.
On Neroth or Niana, or you're gonna just
Probably Niana because I don't know. I don't even know the first thing about like Neroth in terms of like
That's fair.
I mean Niana's an elf like me, so kind of similar enough.
Yeah.
Neroth is a whatever. I don't know what the hell he is, so therefore I'm just gonna go. I'll just check us on Niana. Just like okay, I'm just gonna check her for like
You can probably make a guess as to what I am.
Yeah. It's
You know, since I look mostly human, and you've seen my glowing eyes.
that would be another check entirely. But yeah, that's fine. So you go to Niana and you just loosely check her. Make a medicine check.
All right.
5. You don't really find many scars that would stand out to you. She maybe has one or two. It's like, oh, she's had that for a while. But nothing really stands out to you. She's in a cold sweat. But you don't know if that means she has a fever or not. It's hard to tell.
Hmm. Yeah. Okay. So Bayline is going to just quietly step out, just like closing both their doors quietly, and then head back down to Azabel.
Okay.
So he's like just going sitting back down into the seat he usually sits at, as he was sitting at before, and just looking at Azabel's going, they both don't look so good. As in, like,
I was distracted. I was eating.
Perfect.
You'll actually, Bayline will then just go, okay, fine, and then it just goes to step towards the barkeep. Just sitting at the counter.
Give me 5 more minutes, okay?
as Azabel is digging into his food, and little buddy's like almost trying to mimic him, but it's just like on the wood on the ground, just
Like just tears up some of the floor.
a little bit.
Floor
There's
planks.
like a couple
Oh, God.
splinters coming and like little curls of wood. But you go up to the um the barkeep, the owner. He's like, "Oh yeah, what you want?"
Just a quick question. How far away is the nearest doctor?
Doctor, what kind you looking for?
Uh,
Do you
just
have a
one.
big hole in your stomach, or do you have a
It's an more of less potential illnesses. Because
oh,
two of my compatriots that have stayed the night here seem to be both having the same sort of symptoms and having trouble sleeping.
he sort of raises an eyebrow to you and goes, hey, that's not on us. That's not that. It's like
I'm not
we.
like I like it's like looking at you, just going, like, mate, relax. This is not this is nothing against you. I just want to make sure that they're both okay. So, where's the nearest doctor that can bring him in? Like, this is not gonna be on you. I promise.
The only real. Let me get it up actually. The only real doctor in town is the as I look through my document.
We going to the gnome again.
Yes, the doctor's hut on the eastern side. Dork's his name, little gnome. Quite a good guy.
That's debatable.
Shane allowed me
But,
to hear the conversation.
Yeah, you can hear it.
Alright,
I
cool.
mean, he hasn't done anything bad to us. In fact, he's been quite helpful.
Yeah, he has. He has. That's true. Don't know why. I'm just getting a weird feeling. It's been too long since we dealt with him. Otherwise, I wouldn't know for sure. Okay, so
You did pay him a substantial amount for the rooms, and you do remember that when you did that, he sort of like gave you eyes, and it's just like, oh, I got you, I got you.
Um,
hmm.
I'm I'm gonna walk over to Balin, tap him on the shoulder, and be like, "Just come with me," and just lead him back upstairs to where the rooms are.
Oh, you got an idea? Okay, then fine.
Oh, you're Scottish now. Yeah, I'm just gonna enter into Niana's room.
All right, you see Niana in her bed, sheets and herself covered in sweat.
Yeah, I'll cast Cure Wounds on her.
Okay, you cast a spell.
Yeah.
Um, you she doesn't wake up.
I'm out of ideas, buddy.
Make a medicine check, Azable.
Yeah.
Just face palming at this point.
14. Okay, that's not bad. Looking at Niana, there's a couple things that you can tell. She's not unconscious or from an injury. If anything, she's actually just sleeping. Um, you see the sweat that's over her body. Is actually she's not sweating further. This is she has like that's not new sweat per se. It's like it's just like she's covered in sweat. She's not still sweating. Also, she doesn't seem to have any sort of sickness. Her temperature is sort of normal, maybe a little colder than normal, but she's not like overheating.
Well, that's what happens when you go swimming in the astral sea. Your body gets cold.
Yes, it's the most you can discern is that she had a really rough night and is
Sleeping it
currently
off.
countering that with a very heavy sleep. But it's like must have been something very rough. You just can't tell what.
Well, Balin,
hmm
there's nothing physically wrong with her.
Well, that's good at least, as far as you can tell.
She's just sleeping.
Hmm.
She just refuses to wake Can I slap her?
Yeah. How hard are you slapping?
Probably enough to actually damage.
Okay, make an attack roll with advantage.
Oh no!
I mean, I did just heal him.
With advantage, so roll
Oh,
again.
God. Mhm.
9. 9 misses.
Somehow
I was
missed.
considering the
Somehow
AC like a
whiffed.
10 because she's unconscious or something. But like you
I roll over.
yes,
Slap.
you go to slap, and Balin, you see this happening as he's going to snap. Like she sort of moves a little, and then his hands just glides across the sweat, along sort of her neck, and you end up slamming your hand into the wall full force. It fucking hurts.
Out of frustration, I use my pistol and I shoot. No, I don't do that.
He's gonna stay like, what the fuck? If you were gonna do that, I wasn't gonna let you.
No, I'm not gonna shoot. I'm not gonna shoot Niana. It's a terrible idea.
You sort of you see
picturing just
you see
Niana
little
just
buddy next to
looking.
you, right? And he just sort of looks up at her. Looks at Niana, looks at you, looks at Niana. Looks at you, looks at Niana. And you watch as he's getting ready to leap towards Niana. As he
no.
Probably better to listen to a blue buddy. Sorry. I don't know. This might be a Sleeping Beauty situation.
Look, let's
Maybe he
look,
just-
let's just for now just let them sleep in a bit. They've probably just been more
Well, I don't know about Naroth. I haven't looked on him yet.
Well, we don't know how much that took out of him.
All right, back downstairs.
Honestly, let's just let them sleep in for an extra hour or two. We'll check on them then.
I'm gonna teleport outside the room.
What? It's like just tell them away. He's like, okay, you never told me you could do that before. All right. just stepping out the room and then just quietly just closing a door.
Alright.
Now that I can't teleport, I will teleport everywhere.
Is
He's
it like a
"Now over here.
cooldown for a short
Now
rest
over
or
here."
something?
I don't know yet. I gotta try. I gotta read it again.
I'm pretty sure there's like a short rest cooldown or something.
Probably.
That seems pretty accurate.
I don't think there
As
was.
a bonus action. It's a bonus action.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. The only requirement is that, I think, yeah. So while wearing these boots, the creature can teleport up to 15 feet as a bonus action to an unoccupied space the creature can see. So you can't teleport through walls.
The
So you
door's
would have
open.
teleported out the door then into the corridor.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
there's no cooldown. Wow.
The creature must have
Wow.
occupied that space
Well,
at
the
some point
cooldown
during
is-
the current turn.
The
Yeah.
cooldown is one per action.
I mean,
Oh, so it has to be someone he's been,
Yes.
like, literally, like, stepped on.
Yes.
I
So
mean,
basically, like,
technically, if you do rules as written, then it can be argued that you can occupy the space after you teleport to it.
No. No.
It says you have to have occupied it at some point during the current turn. It doesn't say you have to occupy it beforehand.
So you have to have. I'll say yes. You had to have been there within the last 6 seconds, and you can't teleport to a new spot because that's bullshit.
So these boots make you closer to Echo than Ezreal.
Basically, yes.
Bullshit.
Rip you.
It literally lets me teleport, Kyle.
Nice try.
I'm not
It
gonna.
lets you-
I'm not gonna abuse it. Like
it lets
that.
you
though.
step in, attack, and then teleport back out,
But yeah, you could do that. Yes.
which would actually circumvent opportunity attacks. Actually,
Yes.
Yes,
No,
it
it
will.
wouldn't because I'm a ranged character.
no. If you stepped in and it did that, then it would. But you're a ranged character, so it doesn't really matter.
It's really just it's just stepping in, getting into short range, and then you can just teleport back a bit to actually make it harder for them to actually get to you. So you can actually have a longer effective range with that setup, which is
Mhm.
actually pretty cool.
I reckon Kaz wrong. I reckon I should be able to teleport.
So it's as written, and you can't teleport to a spot you haven't been within the last 6 seconds. So you can't be like, oh, I'll be there in the next 6 seconds, so I can teleport there. No. That's still pretty handy though for like if you want to run into melee to do something or.
It's great against breaking line of sight, honestly.
Or like if you wanted to hide as well, like they wouldn't know where you hid because you teleported. All right. So so yeah, you two go back down to having breakfast. You know, another hour passes, and Niana and Nerov haven't come back down yet.
Wow, I could have just not turned up for this session.
Is there anything the two of you want to do within that hour, or
Wake up.
shush?
It was your fault for failing the roll.
I'm not sure why I had to roll to begin with. The honest dream, not mine.
All right. But yeah, is there anything the two of you want to do within that hour, or that you would try and do, or whatever?
I'll probably talk to Balin about. Actually, you know what? We might as well just do it. Balin, do you want to check out the situation with the guards while we're waiting on these two?
Well, I certainly can.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I mean, at least
See
I
if we're in
can.
the
I
clear
mean,
a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, I can easily get back to my usual look, and then just go check things out.
Pretty much. It's probably a little dangerous for me to go, especially with little buddy.
Yeah, especially with little buddy, because it's most likely that you were probably identified, but let's hope not, huh?
Well, the guards don't usually come around here too much, so
Usually.
I should be fine
but,
here.
But, you know, you did just assault the, mayor's house.
No, I'm talking about this area in town. They don't come here.
Well, just quickly. I realized that I had the wrong oath selected. I just adjusted that. I hadn't actually used any of my actual specific oath effects anyway.
Okay, that's fine.
So it's fine.
Yep.
Alright, so...
Just need to mention that.
Yep.
Yeah, so then, so Balin is actually going to then, finish his breakfast, then step out and, sort of, go into an alley and just change back his look.
Alright.
So he's back to his usual Balin look. And, then, head towards, more or less, towards our old inn, actually,
okay.
is a good way of doing it. So
I'm gonna
then I'm going to go there and just scope out in terms of like how the alert levels are now, compared to last night, and as well as try to eavesdrop on like guards talking to each other about like what happened last night.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go upstairs and keep an eye on Neroth and Niana.
Okay. So you go sneaking off to the inn, and then after a little bit, as Abel comes back up,
I should probably also ask you if this is some kind of disease.
we'll find out.
Well, that was what I was.
Well,
that
if
was
it's
what
a
I was
disease,
thinking.
I can't have it.
That was what I was potentially trying to inquire about getting a doctor over just in case.
Yeah.
Because if it is a disease, I can't have it.
You still have this thing.
Yes. So then it's not a disease. Because I'm immune to disease.
No, it's magical disease.
Yeah, it's a magical disease.
I'm immune to disease.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what kind.
I know.
Immunity is immunity.
I know. But Neroth, you wake up. As you open your eyes, and just sort of look around you, your body is sore. But not physically. It's more like your soul or your spirit or whatever just aches. You just feel yourself aching, but not on a specific area of your body. Um, and as you sort of slightly move around, you feel this like a thin layer of sweat that's just covering your entire body. You see your night garments are just fairly soaked, um, and you feel a little lightheaded. Um, you you sort of you look around. Everything seems to be normal, but just you feel sore, and you're not sure why. You remember sensing something, and then that just overwhelmed you. Yeah.
That could have been worse.
Is it sorry? Is it morning or afternoon?
It's still morning.
Good morning, sleepy bones.
Just turn my head towards the door. Ezreal.
It's Abel.
God fucking damn it. Ezreal. What time is
I checked my wrist.
Oh, do you have that device?
Nope.
You look at your wrist. It's a little hairy, but it's fine.
I have no idea right now. Still in the morning, I think.
Yeah, it's very late morning, because you did get to this in the early morning hours of the day.
It's probably
So
10, 11 o'clock right now.
Probably past 10.
Yeah.
If you're lucky enough, you might get brunch.
I might clean up first.
How you feeling, by the way?
I'm not entirely sure. Everything hurts, but nothing does.
Need some mending, buddy?
No,
Yeah?
I'm all right.
Sure.
Positive. Thank you. It's like Naros just wondering, does he not realize that I'm entirely capable of healing on my own?
But yeah, as you get up, Neroth, you notice this as well as Abel. His steps seem a little heavy, and like as he gets up, he like does one of those really big stretches, just really just stretching it out. Just sort of trying to shake it off. And right around this time, uh, actually, no, you do realize that Niana has also just gone up as well. And Niana, uh, you feel very lightheaded, a little dizzy. You're covered in a very thick layer of sweat, and just you're feeling a little dehydrated because your bed and clothes are just drenched.
There's a palm print groove in the wall next to you for some reason.
Yes, that too. And although you're not sure how, make an intelligence saving throw, actually, Niana.
Why does it have to be intelligence?
3. um, you're not sure. You're not too sure why. You just remember having that dream, and then just something overwhelming you and traveling and going into you, through you. You don't know. But you just remember that, and then the scene of when you woke up. And actually, both of you remember this. You remember getting up in such a panic and seeing the entire room, uh, almost as if like the entire area, not just the walls, but like even the air in the area and the empty space, being filled with a transparent, translucent sort of um, whitish blue that seemed to be moving at such high speeds, covering your entire rooms. Um, but that's all either of you remember. And yeah, Niana, you're really, really not feeling too well. Like you could sleep for another 3 days, and then you'd probably maybe feel a little better.
You too.
I
Welcome to the world of the living. So, you want to explain what happened, either of you? Because you're
are
looking
we
like you got hit by a bus.
are we downstairs or something?
You're,
No.
you're both
Oh.
in your own rooms, and Azabel's just sort of like looking between both the rooms every now and like Niana's to Neros Niana's.
Example. What exactly is a bus?
I'll let the DM show you one. Oh wait, you already have seen one. It's like a cart, but it holds multiple people instead of multiple resources.
It's it's I mean you're not there, Balin, but you would know a bus to be more like a ship, like a sea vessel.
Possibly, yeah. It's be a galley.
Anyway, so speak the goss. What's going on?
Yeah, the two of you make your way into Niana's room now. If you're moving a little slow, but like you look at Niana and you can see she's similar but much worse off than you.
Didn't I receive like a cure wounds?
No. Oh wait,
Or-
yes, you did.
Yeah.
You did, but you're not.
Yeah.
You weren't technically
You
injured.
weren't physically injured, or you're not
Okay.
physically injured. It's just like your like your soul is just like causing all these symptoms. Like how when
But
you
if-
think you're sick, you start becoming sick. It's like that.
But if you were injured, you got 8 hit points back.
Yeah. I mean, he tried the carrot, then he tried the stick on Niana. So.
Actually, I think it was more the stick than the carrot.
Yeah.
So this entire thing is psychosomatic, right?
It's more like make a medicine check, Niana and Neroth. 23 and wow.
Woo.
You two are both sort of as you're thinking about this. This definitely seems to be like a form of shock. Right, Neroth, when you're thinking back on it, for you, you felt, and actually with the 19, you kind of start to think it's sort of like similar to your divine sense when you sense stuff. Um, but this was like your senses were overwhelmed and your system just couldn't handle it. And your current state seems to be the lasting effects slash result of just being in shock and being overwhelmed to such a severe degree. And Iana, for you, it's it's more because you actually felt something inside of you, like intrude and then rip out. Um, and you sort of, as you're looking over your own body, Niana, you see your tattoos seem to be more ingrained in your skin. Not like actually searing through the flesh kind of thing, but like they seem stronger, more present, even though they might look the same to a normal eye. To you, you look at them and they feel stronger. And you actually, as you sort of feel along your neck, and Neroth, you see along Niana's neck, that the tattoos have sort of grown up this her neck on the side in which, because only one arm has tattoos, so along that side of the neck, there seem to be slightly more tattoos around there, and very faint ones around the face, but around the side of the neck there seems to be quite a heavy strain. That's only now just beginning to ease.
That's unusual.
If you guys aren't gonna say anything, I'm just gonna go back downstairs, have myself some more food, maybe a drink or two.
Zabel, we don't know what happened.
All right, you can keep your secrets to yourself. You can come tell me when you're ready. Walk out the room, head back downstairs.
I mentioned to Nerov, was there any chance that we were attacked last night? And I point to the hole in the wall.
I'm fairly certain that wasn't there when you went to bed. But I don't think we were attacked. Does it look like it was going out, like the explode? The hole is aiming outward. The break is outward, not inward.
It's less of a hole and more of just like an imprint, like you like thud on something. But like this room's filled with
So
with
it's dented.
similar nooks. Yeah,
So
it's like a
it's dented
dent. Yeah, it's not a
outward.
hole.
As in, it happened from the inside.
Oh no, dent as in like that's where a Zabel hit the wall from missing the
Yeah,
armor.
so it's dented. It's dented outward. So towards outside, rather than being in from outside.
Yeah, the wall's being dented in.
See, that appears to be like someone did it from here. And if someone was that close and meant us harm, we'd be dead.
If somebody did that, I don't remember it. Just double check to see if that handprint is mine.
You put your hand up to it. It's not. I mean, it's less of a handprint and more of just like a indent in the wall from something, like maybe the size of a palm. It's not a very big indent, as it was 0 bludgeoning damage.
I'm just
But
gonna assume I lashed out at nighttime or something.
it's a likely assumption. But you do feel a little queasy. But actually, I guess Neroth, you could probably do an intelligence save as well. Actually,
Intelligence save.
yes,
Boy.
9. Okay, it's sort of you're thinking back on when you were abruptly woke up, trying to think on what happened, trying to remember maybe more details. It seemed that it wasn't just your just your general senses, but you also think for a little bit, and it's just like there was a very weird smell. Like it wasn't just your brain being overwhelmed with information of sensing something, but also it seemed that although your nostrils aren't injured at all or don't feel bad or anything, you feel like your sense of smell was also overwhelmed.
This is in his room, right? Not mine.
This is just for him what he remembers.
Okay.
Curious.
Yeah.
Something induced by a scent wouldn't have been just us. Why did the others not experience? Niana, do you recall any strange scents before you went to sleep? Hello?
Liana?
No, not really.
I feel as though something overwhelmed my senses. But I can't place what.
What did it smell like?
I'm not entirely sure. Am I?
It's not. You don't really know what the smell was. You just know that it was overpowering. It definitely wasn't like a good smell or a bad smell. It was just a lot of something. Yeah,
Well,
well,
we should be wary of any miasma in this area then.
Indeed.
alright, well, the two of you are sort of sitting together trying to figure out what happened. Balon,
Hmm.
so how are you making your way back to, excuse me, to the inn? What are you trying to both avoid and not avoid on the journey?
I
Yeah.
mean, I'm not. I mean, I'm trying to be as like coming back as casually as possible because I technically wasn't out last night
Okay.
because I went in my disguise. So
Mhm.
they've really got no evidence that I was like out.
Okay. So you're just casually just walking back to the inn?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, so you start making your way. Um, and as you're walking, um, you do hear it's a bit more lively this morning. And you do actually catch every now and then uh, sort of little rumors going around the town just as you're listening. And you hear two goblins as they're walking down, just talking to each other. It's just like, "Hey, did you hear about what happened? Oh yeah, it was just crazy, man, crazy. You should have been there. Oh, that's a shame. I always like." And you hear as they're talking, it's that's all you catch as they walk past, and then all these other groups of people seem to be talking about something. Um, and every now and then you get like a few glances from people um, as you're walking in that direction as you're getting to more populated streets.
What kind of looks are they? Can I roll insight on it?
Sure.
Oh my
6.
god, my bloody. Ugh.
I mean, you're in Arini in Mandia.
Yeah, that is true.
Um, that's really all. They're giving you kind of looks of just like you're not sure. You think to yourself, oh, some of them must think I'm sexy or something like that, and you sort of get like you puff up your chest
I mean, Kyle,
Um,
naturally. I mean, I'm Balon. Come on.
yeah. Um, and then you see this one woman walking past you. You're puffing your chest up, and she looks at you, and you hear just a click of the tongue, and you're like, oh.
No loss.
As you're walking around, you do see, you're now starting to see guards going around the areas. You're getting closer to the more well-established areas of the city.
What's their demeanor? What's their demeanor like in general?
Are they?
Are they more on edge? Are they like stopping people to question them?
They seem to be. At least the first pair that you see, they seem to be very stout fast in their patrol. Um, and they don't seem to be doing anything specific. You know, as you walk by them, not like right next to them, but like walk past them as they walk past you. Um, they do both give you a look of um, just trying to get a read of you. Um, and then you walk past, and because of your passive perception, when they walk past, you hear the sound of because of their sort of more heavier clothing. You catch the sound of their footprints sort of it begins fading as they walk away from you, but then it stops fading, and then it becomes consistent. And the sound of their footsteps is not actually um, going quieter as you walk for another 10, 20 seconds.
So they're following me.
It's
Like
likely.
they're following me. Okay. All right. All right. So I'm gonna go. So I'm basically then going to just not looking like I'm making a break for it or anything. I just still casually walking because I'm more or less like I'm sort of like trying to make the surface look to being like I'm just walking around like a tourist because I'm not from here.
Mm.
So sort of just trying to go by that story of where I've been. I've just been exploring Rockstone. So that's kind of what I'm making it look like. But at the same time, I'm then going to go down alleys here and there just to see if I can just carefully just get away from them, really, or just breaking line of sight so I'll lose them.
Okay, make a performance check
Performance, crap.
for your
All right.
touristy.
Ah, come on! Never mind.
As you're
Wow.
looking around, just like, oh, that's really interesting. Oh, look at that! It's a building. You sort of and you're using those those little sentences to catch a glance behind you, which is so obvious.
They probably just think you're retarded.
I'm hoping that's the case.
And then after like a minute of this, you know, as you start going, as you start making your way to one of these alleyways, um, you notice with your very discreet glances um, that they actually begin approaching you.
Can I use stealth to make it more discreet or no?
No, no. Um, that's charisma based. Um,
Fair enough.
but you see that they're actually beginning to approach you now. One of them is raising his hand to call out to you. I was just like, sir, sir.
I stop and turn around, just going, "Oh yes, officer.
Yes. What's your name, sir?
My name's Balon, good sir. May I know yours?"
Balon. Are you sort of? What's your passive insight?
Passive insight is 15.
All right. You see them catch a glance between each other when you say Balon. Seeming like it's not the first time they've heard that name.
Yeah, I've been doing some good work around the city recently. Helped with the sewers, remember? Not sure if you would have heard of that one.
Yeah, we've heard of you. What are you doing down here, sir, if you don't mind us asking?
Exploring? I've never been to Rockstone. I mean, you can sort of see, obviously, that obviously not from here. I'm Irene, after all. Never actually had the chance to properly explore this wonderful city.
Make a deception check.
Alright. Come on, please roll better than a 2.
15.
15.
Okay. It's sort of look at you. It's like, all right. Do you mind coming with us, sir? We have a few questions we'd like to ask you.
Might I inquire as to what this might be about? Because I'm quite confused at the moment of why I need to be spoken to.
We'll get to that later, please. And they sort of gesture you to follow them.
Sort of just does a bit of a soft sigh and then just goes, "Oh, very well."
Right, and they begin sort of walking towards this in a similar direction to the direction you were already going. And you can see that they're seemingly very cautious around you. Um, but yeah, they begin walking with you, or walking you in a direction. Is there anything you'd like to do?
I guess more or less, Balin's actually just going to sort of just probably strike up some like light conversation with them or something. See if we can try to soften them up a little bit.
Okay.
So mainly just like asking like, do you patrol around here often? What's it like usually day by day, sort of thing?
Yeah.
Trying to get
Yeah.
like
No, I get it.
trying to get a bit more of a friendly, like trying to get more friendlier with them to try to increase the chances of getting a good word for him if something is definitely happening.
Okay. As you're trying to like start these conversations over a period of like 5 minutes, they're not they're not playing along per se. Like they seem to be make an insight check even.
All right, 20.
Nice. You begin as you're looking over them trying to start these conversations, a bead of sweat rolls down your brow. You're beginning to get nervous because you're seeing how they're reacting to your questions. They're very like not not having any of it, and the way that they're, people, soldiers do have a level of formality and informality, and right now they're pretty, for lack of a better term, uptight. Like it seems that they're in a very serious mindset, as if they were ordered for something along these lines. Like it seems like they're following orders like very strictly right now. And you realize that those orders might be pertaining to you, or there's something about you that they know that you don't, or at least you don't know that what they know, but you can tell that they know something, and it's making you nervous.
This is a tough situation now. Tough situation. All right. Are we going through any like partially populated populated areas like through markets or anything like that where there's like a lot of people?
It goes up and down, though the guards are every now and then, um, like every now and then you see some of the people sort of clearing the way a little bit because there are two guards walking with a person. A person who is specifically an Arini elf who is not exactly a native here. And like of all the races you could be, Arini elf is probably not the best one to be in this city.
That is fair.
There are a couple situations where like you do walk like alongside like a carriage being pulled by one of those big oxen-like creatures. I forgot the name of it already. Um, and you do see like one or two other times like a large sort of ogre that's seemingly carrying like um, a large bag with like another person, seeming like the ogre's like a porter, and they're walking by as well. There's a lot of variation.
No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna play along.
Okay.
Yeah, that's gonna be too much. That's gonna be too much potential, like catastrophe if I do what I think I'm gonna do. But I'm not gonna do it
Okay.
because I do still have that smoke bomb in my inventory.
Oh,
But
Strike them down.
that's cool.
I'm like, unfortunately, it's like they're like I already told them my name, so it's unfortunate now.
I mean, you got. I mean, with that 20 insight, you did get the idea that your skin color and name, like they already put two and two together. Like you did realize that they figured that that was your name, and it's like
That's
they
why they were. Then that was why they were following me. Yeah. Okay. So it's really at this point like trying to make a break for it will just make things worse. So I'm just going to I'm just going to comply to really just. I'm really just trying to. Yeah, I'm really just trying to make out that I did nothing wrong, and so therefore I'm just going to go with them because they asked me to. They are guards. That's just how it is. That's authority.
Okay.
So I'm going to play along with it.
All right. After a little bit, you start getting to more of the eastern towns where your inn actually is, and you see the guard presence is growing a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and you actually um, you notice about 40 feet away, you see a large sort of which is, and you start realizing the area you're actually like right next to your inn, the old inn, and
Yeah.
you see a large clump of guards um, escorting one Callista in chains from the inn.
Ah.
Um, and um, you see the two guards next to you. You notice both of them. Before there was always at least one of them with their eyes locked on you, and now you see them both look up and seeing Callista in chains and a bunch of the other guards, and one of them begins going up to that group of guards to wave them down.
Guess I got no choice now.
Wait, what are you doing?
So is it just one with me right now?
Yes.
Okay. I am then going to.
Well, pretty soon we're not going to be able to stay in Rockstone.
Yeah, because looking at that, it's just like, yeah, I'm getting arrested at this point. So. I'm gonna fucking regret this. I'm really gonna fucking regret this.
Don't do it. See what happens if you don't do it.
Alright. So wait, it's like one guard is like moved away from me to wave the other ones up, right?
Yeah, so he's about 10 feet away from you now, and then the other guard is sort of next to you, slightly behind you, and you can feel his gaze on your head, on the back of your head.
Hmm. I'm going to I'm gonna activate the smoke bomb and basically make it look like I dropped it.
Okay. Sleight of hand.
Alright. Oh, come on, game!
All right. So, um, so you
D&D was like this to me last night as well. It's been fucking terrible.
6, 2, 5. Yeah.
2 nat ones in a row for starters.
Yeah. It's not as bad as getting a nat 1 on an advantage roll.
double nat ones.
Yeah, I did that in. Remember, I took the dodge action and I had to make a dex save and I got 2 nat ones.
All right. Well,
All
I
right.
guess I've used it, so I'm taking it off my inventory then.
So you get the bomb. Actually, this is technically initiative because he sees you
Well,
taking out the bomb, and he yells out, "Hey, stop!" And as he's yelling that out, he begins drawing his sword. But now let's roll initiative. You and the guards. So I'm gonna roll my.
21.
Yeah, you beat them. I was like, oh, 16, that's not bad. Oh, 21. No, they don't have 20 decks.
All right. I am going to draw a dagger and try to knock this guy out with a non-lethal strike.
Oh, okay, so you're not doing the smoke bomb? Okay.
Well, basically it's he already knows I'm doing something. Like, yeah, I'm not going to bother now. So then,
Okay.
I'm going to I'm basically going to do a
Get their character shit up. Okay, here we go.
and he hasn't acted yet.
Nope.
But
So
he's
you
not.
get advantage.
I don't get it. I don't get advantage though because he's not surprised.
This is from your other rogue thing. So if he hasn't had a turn yet, which he hasn't, you
it
get
hasn't taken a
advantage.
turn in combat yet. Yeah, okay,
Yep.
so I do get advantage on this. So yeah, so this is going to be this is going to be non-lethal, but it's still going to be assassinate non-lethal.
Yeah.
25 to hit.
Yep. Roll sneak attack.
All right. So first off, I'll just roll the damage on that. Off max at 7. Okay. Then I gotta. I'll just roll it. So it's this is my sneak attack damage. So I did 32 damage non-lethal to him.
Wait, 66. That should be 3d6.
It's
Advantage means it's an auto crit.
No. So the auto crit is only if a creature's
Oh,
surprised.
auto crit is only just
Oh,
surprise.
okay. If
Yeah.
that's the case, then I'll take.
I mean,
the first
he's still
3d6
unconscious.
then.
That's 324, right? He's unconscious.
Yeah, so that's an extra. That's an extra. So yeah, 16 damage
It's
then
yeah,
total.
16 damage. You sort of you pull out your dagger, and as he's yelled that out, you just with the hilt of your dagger, you just clock him straight in the face, and he just goes down hard. There's a full on bang, just like as he hits the ground and sort of bounces a little bit.
Okay,
And you look.
So then first
you
you
look
have to
behind
get
you.
smoke bomb down and run.
Smoke bomb, I believe, is an action.
Yeah, it is. So I can't.
Yep. So as that happens, you look around and you see you've pretty much drawn the attention of a good chunk of guards, like at least
Yep.
7.
Yep. So full movement in the opposite direction and try to hide in an alley if I can.
Okay,
If
you
not,
can't.
if not, then I'll dash to
Yep,
go further.
with bonus
Bonus
action.
action
Yep.
dash.
So
So I
you have to
basically
dash.
take a. Yeah, so 7. So basically, I get 70 feet.
Yeah, 35. That's right. So you move 70 feet away. I've got to get some dice out. Okay, so you start running, and the guards are now like yelling amongst each other. You hear swords being drawn. You hear crossbows being like clicked in, or bolts clicked into crossbows. Actually, those are d8s. That's right. And they begin yelling out to you, like, "You stop! Like, drop your weapons and surrender!" And it is their turn. They are going to try, seeing you run, they will begin chasing you, and they will take some shots.
Mm-hmm.
So let's. What's your AC? 15.
15.
Alright, so that's 1 hit, miss, hit, miss, and then a disadvantage. Hits, disadvantage.
What? Oh my god.
Although that's a natural 1, so that misses. Alright, so that's. So you. 3 crossbow bolts and a spear.
Fuck.
Yeah, it was. He threw at disadvantage. That was the guy next to you. Oh, the guy that was originally next to you.
The guy that was originally with me. Yeah.
So let's roll that damage. So all up. 22 damage.
Okay.
As just 3 bolts just and the spear just sort of like gets you in your leg but falls out. As it's not completely lodged in you. But now is your turn.
Better. Okay. All right. So move and action dash,
Mhm.
and bonus action try to hide.
Okay,
So
as you
another
begin
70
running,
feet and trying to like hide some,
Yep.
like trying to basically break line of sight.
yep. As you begin running, you duck into an alley, get about 20 feet in. It's a fairly straight alley. You could hide in this alley, but they know which alley you ran down. You
Yeah,
might have to
so-
run a bit further so that there's
Yeah,
multiple
obviously going to
paths.
keep going then. So with that then, bonus action dash. So therefore it's 105 feet.
105, yeah, that's right, because 35. All right. They begin on their turn. They chase after you, but you don't see any of them turn to the alley. It's your turn again.
Okay. Okay. So move and action dash again, and basically so how far have I managed to get now in terms of like street setup?
You've gone like sort of zigzagged a little bit. You've probably gone down maybe like 100 feet ish worth of like after leaving the main street. Actually, a bit further than that, probably like 150 feet. But yeah, like I'd imagine this repeats for a couple times because you're incredibly fast and they're not nearly as fast. um, make a stealth check as you try and hide now.
All right. Oh, 27. Almost in that 20.
Oh, nice.
You're not gonna catch me alive, cuppa.
Yeah, as you're dashing through these alleys, you jump over a couple like boxes of goods that are sort of in the back that sort of they're less likely paths that they could travel down easily, and you begin to hear in the distance the yelling of the guards between each other, um, as they're trying to now locate you, but so far they are unsuccessful.
This is John Cena levels of stealth.
Considering that, yeah, with like the tattoos on his face and everything like that, he's meant to be able to like, yeah, actually get easily hidden in lightly obscured as well. So I can even just like sit in like a bunch of like
Assassin's
trash
Creed.
bags and Assassin's Creed style.
Yeah.
actually
Just sit on a
vanish.
bench. It's just like, where did it go?
Yeah, I'm not gonna do it. Not gonna be
I
that
see.
silly.
So all you really do need is just a cardboard box.
At this point, yeah, I could go Solid Snake and just go a cardboard box.
But yeah, you spend about a good 30 minutes of just sort of like sneakily running between alleys, waiting for openings of like guards, and then like just sort of darting out between alleys and streets. As you, I assume, make your way back to the party.
Kind of, yeah. Not going directly there, but
Roundabout, yeah.
roundabout.
But like that's your goal.
Just, I mean, I'm extremely worried right now in terms of like I might be actually being followed because I don't know, like maybe they're actually trying to get me to lead them back to the party.
Okay, make a
He
perception
doesn't
check.
like I don't know I don't know at all, so I'm just doing this just in case.
You're pretty confident you're not being
Roll
followed.
20, I swear to God.
You're pretty confident you're not being followed.
All right. Then yeah, I guess I will try to make it back towards the party then directly then, if that's the case.
Why is it that it's specifically during Kyle's game that we have an inordinate number of nat ones?
I know, right? It troubles me as well.
Uh-huh. I bet.
Kyle, last time this happened, one of our party members got killed. Remember
I
this?
know.
So I'm really fucking worried.
Well, one of them's been quote unquote arrested.
Yeah, and I've lost almost half my health already.
Yeah, 4 hit. I'm surprised that disadvantage spear hit. I was just like, it's not gonna
Me
hit.
too, man.
19
me
and
too.
13. Okay, it hits. um, that's alright. It's not as good as me getting 2 nat 1s on the giant crocodile with near max damage.
A bolt's like just being extra porcupine. It's a bloody spear.
Yeah.
All right, so
It's
you've
meant
been
for
made a
hunting
kebab.
boar. Eh?
You've been made a kebab.
You've been skewered, yep.
Yeah, I've been skewered.
Hui hui. But anyway, so as you're dodging and weaving back, Zabel, sort of as
Just went BRB.
oh, God damn it, really? Right as I'm like, okay, now to give him something to do.
I'll be right back as well.
That's right. Neroth and Niana. We'll go to you guys for a bit.
Okay.
We've descended down and started eating.
Okay.
Mhm.
So, sort of, Zabel has left to use the lavatory, or the outhouse, as it were. Little buddy's just there, sort of just, sitting next to the chair that he was at, with like, you see a little bit of the floorboards have been like scratched into, obviously by little buddy. After the two of you have, wiped yourself down a little from the sweat. Neroth, you're feeling a bit better, kind of like, when you feel car sick, but then you get a breath of fresh air and you start feeling a lot better. Niana, you're still a little queasy, a little shaky, but you can operate fine. But yeah, head down for breakfast. Not the best, but it's functional. And yeah.
Well, what do we do now?
We should. I feel like we should explore the sewers again.
For what exactly?
To uncover what's further down that passage.
Maybe. We should probably wait for the others.
You see a Zabel come back from his little bathroom break. Zabel, both Niana and Neroth are in the having breakfast.
Oh, hey guys, how was your secret meeting?
Non-productive.
Giving them finger guns? Sure it was. So, Balin should be back soon, I think. Hopefully. He went out to go do some reconnaissance.
Were we given a way to contact that person?
No. Now that you've mentioned it, it sounds like a dumb idea.
Conversations are exponentially harder without Balin.
I'm here. I can be 2 people.
No, it's just size.
Alright, so what's the plan?
I feel like we should explore the sewers. I don't know what's your take?
I thought we were gonna be doing that anyway. Going back into that and I like lean in a little bit. Great place.
To the where was it?
Secret place.
Right.
Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge.
Yeah, as you guys are talking, you see the door to the inn open, and you see an individual come in. It's not Balin. It is. I know you got that dude's name. I can't find it. Where is it? um, when you first went to the blacksmith, there were two guys. The Russian-sounding dude who did get his name.
When we went where, sorry?
To the
Where we-
blacksmith where you
where
when
we
you first
met.
met these people.
We met Naroth there too.
Hmm. James, that was it. Yes, you see James walk in, and he sort of sees the three of you there. Sort of,
Quick, don't look.
very loose cloak, and he goes to the owner of the inn, says a word, gives him a coin, and then sits down with the three of you. He just goes, "So, you have made quite a ruckus.
Yeah, but I think we got away with it.
Well, you're here now. Was it productive? What did you find?"
We found something.
And I whip out the magical cloak.
He sort of looks at it.
That was probably the worst thing to steal, to be honest.
He looks at it and just looks back at you. You stole his clothes?
I didn't just steal his clothes, okay? I got away with stealing his clothes.
He looks.
But
Oh yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna unwrap the cloak, and inside the cloak is the governor's ledger.
You should start with that. He sort of snatches it and just opens it and
Hey!
begins looking through.
I want to do what is it? A dex save to stop him from snatching.
Okay, make a acrobatics or athletics. I'm gonna treat that as like grapple rules.
Acrobatics it is.
He beats you by 1. 6 plus 5.
Hey, it was mine.
He sort of just like just snacks it. Actually, I think his is higher, but anyway. Oh yeah, it's plus 6. Yeah, no, 12. He just snatches it from your hand and begins just like looking through. Just this should do fine. And he sort of just closes the book with one hand. Just
What does it say?
I can't read it. It is in
Then
code,
how-
obviously.
And how do you know it's something?
He looks at you and just.
I just found this in a bookshelf.
Why would you encode something like this, especially with such formatting? It is obvious there are places in that he is selling something. It is most likely something valuable, and therefore it is something he does not want people to know. So it is something that we want to know.
I mean, that's why I picked it up, but still not happy.
Then why do you act like an idiot?
I don't act like an idiot.
Oh, you are an idiot. My apologies.
Exactly.
I was about to say.
Yeah, he's probably got the most intelligence out of all of us.
I do. I have 18 intelligence. Soon to be 20.
Soon to be 20. I guess the book is like, really will. And he sort of he puts the book away, sort of in a little satchel he has next to him. And he just looks at you.
Damn it!
Like,
I wanted to originally take some time and copy the ledger, but obviously we didn't have time for that.
You can ask him.
Too late now. He's not going to give it back.
All right. How about this?
so.
Can I copy the ledger?
As soon as he says so, and then you say that, he looks at you and goes, "It would take too long."
Oh, okay.
Looks back to everyone else.
What about if little
So-
buddy was copying it for me while we're talking?
He looks back at you. Do you not realize the position you are in?
I think we're holding all the cards right now.
In standing on a piece of wood that is about to be burnt by the gods, now currently searching for you. Balin comes in.
Ow!
So how's the situation, Balin?
You just see like just two bolts like sticking out of his left shoulder.
So how's the situation, Balin?
Yeah, not good.
You're looking pretty injured there.
Yeah, they've arrested Callista already.
Who? No,
What the hell?
No, retract that.
Jeez. She is gonna kill you.
I sort of retract that. I didn't actually say that.
Yeah, when I saw that, I knocked a guard out and ran for it.
You.
It was either that or I get arrested as well, and I wouldn't have been able to warn everyone here. We've got targets on our backs, gentlemen and lady.
Yeah, we worked that out. This guy just told us.
Well, yes. Hi. Good seeing you again.
The feeling is not mutual.
Are you sitting next to me?
Unfortunate.
Or are you still standing at the door?
I'm heading over, just like yanking out the bolts in my shoulder.
Alright.
Then just cleaning them and pocketing them if I can. Like, I can use these.
Yeah, when you get to the table, I'll just give you a heal. There you go.
Thank you.
Get back.
Got rid of the worst of it, so yeah, thanks. So yeah, now we've our options are actually quite limited now.
Yes.
Well, we're just thinking about going back
So-
into the sewer.
Considering
Sorry,
there was
like,
a massacre.
James, can you make heads or tails of that journal at all?
Of
It
what,
was
sorry?
in it. The
Oh, the
ledger
journal,
that he
right.
got. Yeah, like the journal ledger, whatever you want to call it. Basically, it's going. That was actually kind of hard to find. It was interesting that it was hard to find, considering it seems to be, so mundane of what's in it. So obviously, this is coded somehow.
Well, no one would pay 2,000 gold for chickens. So obviously.
Could have been some good chickens.
Do,
Quite good.
do your superiors have someone who could actually help figure this out then?
In time. This is obviously something that he wanted to hide, and therefore it is something that we want to know what it is.
Indeed, that's why we got it.
So, we will look after this. Your job is done.
Poof, he disappears.
Like, I just look at Leon, just looking at him, just going, "You got any place we could help? I can actually lay low for a bit, so we could potentially still be of some use if you want that."
Not currently. There is nothing more you can do considering the whole city is chasing all of you.
Hence why I was asking to pay a place to lay low.
I would instead suggest you leave.
Just sighs. I guess so.
Unless you want to hide in a house for what might be multiple months or even a year. We do
Yeah,
not know
that's
how long this will
that
take,
is true.
and therefore things need to die down.
Know any secret ways? Didn't know any secret ways out then.
There are a couple that I have brought in advance prepared for you. But
Well, yeah, you definitely have my thanks on that. We'll definitely take you up on that. Because as you said, we shouldn't be here anymore. You're right. We should be gone.
well,
I heard a but.
like my boss says, good muscle should not be wasted so quickly. So we will call on you again when needed.
So
What was our deal?
we're staying here for a few months then. Like
No,
in
you're
hiding.
leaving.
Ah, right. We're leaving, but not too far away then.
No, you're just leaving. I don't care what you do.
Fair enough. And
Why
good
did we
to see-
do this
good to
job
see
again?
That, good to see you two are up then. Looking at Neroth and Niana. Feeling okay?
Not really.
Well, you're both still moving. That's good enough for me.
Right, I do not need to be here any longer. Here.
Uh.
And he puts a small folded up piece of parchment on the table, and also covered with a cloth.
Is that
Is that what?
what I think it is?
I don't know. What do you think it is? You know
So-
what? Don't I actually don't care.
Look, let's let the man just get on with what he needs to do today.
Yes, I do not enjoy babysitting. Yes, my boss told me, oh, you have to babysit these people, and I told him I don't want to. It's his bullshit. But here I am anyway.
You know what?
Well, you
I
can
don't
get
care.
going now, doing what you want to do now. So,
And it is
Thank you.
not be
That's-
here.
yeah, go
So,
on. It's fine.
my boss has prepared. He has prepared for you a map, and he taps on the bit parchment on the table to show you a way out, as he still has use for you. And we don't want you being captured so easily, like your friend from before. Seems like her mouth got the better of her.
It's a shame, really. She really had nothing to do with what just happened last night.
Oh no, she
Real
was
shame.
arrested for blowing up the daughter's house.
Oh, that. It's like just the realization he says, like, oh, that.
Wait, the
I
daughter's
still
house
don't
got blown up.
understand. I still don't understand. Oh, they would have identified who did it unless she told them.
It is not my concern.
Probably not a lot of people.
I mean, that's out of character, so
Yeah, out of character.
Well,
I mean,
it's
things
probably
happen.
not a lot of. There's probably not a lot of people in the city that know something like shatter.
I mean,
Like,
there's reasons that
magical effects.
you would only find out if you asked the people who knew.
Yeah, well, not going to, because that's going towards dozens of guards. I mean, I could knock one out easily enough, but like the rest are like, nah.
Yeah. But follow this, and a little thanks from him as well. And he's sort of like the cloth is sort of like there's a lump underneath the cloth. As he looks down towards the piece of cloth. Now, follow that. Do what you want. We will call on you when we need you. And
All right then.
well, you have no luxury to refuse. And then he gets up and leaves the inn.
I mean, yes, be honest, be such a dick about it. All right. guess just wait till he's gone and then open it up and have a grab a peek.
As you have a look, you see the bit of parchment. He begins folding, or you begin folding it open, and you see a very rough sketch of the city. And then it's sort of you see that there's almost like a path that's being drawn towards a spot which actually you remember from last night. It is the sewers that you came out of, and following the map, you actually see it seems to go as far as you can tell based on like the general turns and directions. These little sewer clumps aren't that big, and you see it seems to direct you to that little secret passage thing that you were in before. And it seems like if you continued going straight along that secret passage,
Oh, now I'm angry.
that it will lead to a way out of the city.
They knew of another way in and they didn't tell us, the bastards.
It doesn't show going in where turning right will go. It just shows we're turning left.
All right then.
But yes.
Okay, what was in the bag?
Oh yeah, under the cloth you look.
Mhm.
You see a fuck, what's it called? You see a relatively rough but decent looking onyx gem. It is a gemstone.
I'll pick it up and examine it.
It seems to be a fairly good quality. Nothing like super high quality, but it seems like it is worth a decent amount. Does anyone have proficiency in jeweler's tools?
No.
Then determining the price is a little tricky. You can make a straight intelligence check, or two people can make...
Proficiency in everything.
Oh, right, you have proficiency in all tools. Yeah, Zabel, make an intelligence check. I'd say Neroth, you too, because you're actually picking up and examining it.
Yeah, I'm just looking over the map.
It was
Intelligence.
check, was it? Yep.
Yep. Add your proficiency as well as Zabel, because you have proficiency in the tool.
Oh, well, 13, 16.
All right. Looking this gem over, Neroth, definitely worth a couple hundred gold, or a few hundred gold. You're not too sure. Zabel.
Wait, sorry. It's doubled again, so it's 19.
Did you get expertise in all tools?
Yeah, I just got it at 6 level.
Nice, 19. Okay. Damn, nice. All right. Looking at this onyx, you Neroth's like, oh, it could be a couple hundred, and then you just sort of snatch it from him, and you begin looking at it very closely, and even like a little buddy is like trying to mimic you as well as you're doing this, and you're looking through, you get like a little magnifying glass, just sort of look into it. This gem looks like it could go from anywhere between 300 gold and 600 gold.
I'm holding it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's worthless. Pockets it.
Deception check.
Damn it.
And I've already straight up identified.
You look at him as Zabel says this. He's just like you see he's looking at it. He's like making little sounds. He's like ooh ooh ooh. He's like excited.
I'm just gonna hold my hand out.
I'll give it to him.
Yeah.
We will liquidate this and split the gold.
Oh, my spit taste there, God.
Just like ooh ooh ooh. This looks good. And he's like mumbling that to himself, and he's like, and then he's like, his excited face. He takes it away. He's like, yeah, no, nah.
It doesn't have any value. It's worthless.
Nah.
he's just swooning over for like a good minute, and then he just quickly shakes his head. Just like, it's worth nothing.
Yeah, basically.
And then puts it in his pocket.
But yeah, you hand it to Neroth as he holds his hand out. You're like, okay. um,
I'm telling you though, it is worth nothing.
but yeah,
I don't have the governor's ledger anymore, do I?
Look,
No.
when you two are quite finished, we really should just get moving before the guards get a chance of coming through this area. Just go to the sewers now.
Probably should hurry.
okay.
Yeah.
Time to go.
Okay. So you begin heading off. Balin, you sort of like lead everyone, like around, to avoid any sort of groups of guards and stuff. You eventually make your way to the sewer entrance. There don't seem to be any guards at the sewer entrance. So you make your way in and follow the map to the door and the little clump of rocks that Azabel left behind. That makes what sound when you touch them?
Secret.
There we go.
I almost forgot.
I was gonna say, I'm glad you remembered.
Yeah. Just remember it was just something silly.
I remember it was something silly as well, and I was just like, shit, he's putting me on the spot.
But yes, you get to it and you feel the illusion. The door's still unlocked as you left it. Yeah.
I will then get it open and peek in just to see if there's anyone there.
Yep. You peek in. With your passive.
I'm gonna take that magical tinkering away, by the way.
Okay. Good.
We don't want it there.
Yeah.
No, we don't.
With your passive investigation, there doesn't seem to be any soiling of the tracks. It seems that no one else has traveled here since you guys last did.
All right, looks clear. Let's go. We're basically following it down. If we didn't go through this door last night.
Yep. So continue down
So-
the path. You're traveling for about half an hour to an hour. There's a lot of bending and curves. A couple other doors sort of show up on the sides. But if you don't want to check those out, then you just walk straight past them.
I mean, I'll probably put my ear to them just to see if I can hear anybody on the other side.
Perception.
19.
19. From one of them, you hear. You're pretty sure it's like also sewers on the other side. You hear a occasional scurrying of rats just as they're going past. You go past another one, and you don't hear any other sound or any sounds on that one as well. It doesn't seem to be sewers that this other door goes to, but you're not sure what's behind it. But yeah, so you continue on, and then as you're traveling, you see the corridor sort of comes to an end, and on like the side of the end of the corridor on one of the walls, you see almost like the wall has sort of just bricks have been taken out, and it seems to go down what seems to be like a little shit, I forgot the word for it. Like a rougher path that has water draining out of it. Kind of like not a sewage system, but like in cities near the oceans, they have these grates.
Drainage.
It's not quite drainage. It's like grates, but it's like to let the water flow in from the ocean. It's kind of like that kind of style. I can't remember what it's called.
A pipe intake.
I'm sure. But it's a relatively open path, but not as well built as the sewers or the actual path you're traveling. It seems like this might have been what used to be the old sewerage system. It like has that same kind of style, just much less or much lower quality than the sewers you've traveled in already. And following that path, it seems to lead um, further underground, and then eventually seems to open up to very sort of loose plains. As you stick your head around, you see you're probably about a kilometer southeast outside the city. So yeah, you get out one by one, and you are no longer in Rockstone.
He says southeast.
Southwest, sorry. I meant southwest.
Well, out in the wilderness again at least is nice.
I suppose. I mean, technically, also, I have completed. the mission. I did investigate whether there was corruption in the city.
So where were you meant to go after that?
I had not received orders, so I suppose I can do as I please until I receive such. Generally speaking, I would head back to a Legion camp and get new orders, but I think for the time being, that's probably not the smartest option.
Well, in the meantime, where can we go?
Let's go to a place with a giant library.
Any real suggestions?
It's a real suggestion.
We could head in the direction of the Empire for the time being.
Closer to the border, you mean? That
Yes.
Yeah, potentially. I don't see any better options, honestly. It's either that, or we just go to the west and go to a place like maybe Seastead.
Yeah, you guys do have a map so you can see.
I think I'd rather go towards the Empire than Seastead.
Well, towards the Empire, then that's where we're gonna go.
All right.
Towards Zenbury we go.
All right. So, we'll take a 10-minute break here. As we've been going for about 2 hours right now. Wait, I believe I have a screen for this. I do. It's a really shitty screen, but there we go. So yeah, we'll be back in 10. Can one of you guys just say something to make sure the sound's working?
Yo.
Okay, cool.
Do we have
Yeah.
testing?
Testing.
Yeah, I've got my OBS open and just checking that the sound bars are going.
You are hearing me talk.
I am hearing me talk.
And soon it'll
This
be
is the
them hearing
sound
you
of-
die.
Not us, just Saphira.
Right, so we'll get back to it. You guys have just, through the use of the secret passage you found earlier, made your way outside of Rockstone and about a kilometer outside, southwest outside the city. So, like, let's just go there, right? What would you like to do?
Well, we helped out the Empire. Maybe they can help us out when we get there.
Okay,
Yeah, so we're gonna make a journey south.
all right.
Everyone, what kind of food do you have?
Yeah, so using the ruler, 1 kilometer, 1 kilometer, 1 foot is 10, is there. 1 foot is one
One
day,
day.
not 1 foot is 10 days. Otherwise, that's
Gonna say,
200
like,
days.
ah.
Otherwise, that's a big fucking map and that's a big
It's a
fucking
big
city.
Big freaking planet we're on as well.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that too actually. But yeah, so it'll take you around 20 days to
How
get
long will it
to
take
Odeo.
to this town?
It'll take about
15
15 to
days?
16.
yeah, about 15. You can use the ruler to measure.
Yeah, so
Looks about right. So 15, 16 days to potentially get there.
I got to write that down somewhere that that's how we're doing travel. You're checking how far it is to Sembri. Because you're like, I want to go to Sembri. How far is that actually?
92.
Well, pity no one's a high enough caster to teleport.
What are you talking about? I can teleport.
Not that far. You're like, I can teleport. You teleport backwards, and then you quickly dash up next to everyone. Yes, yeah, I can teleport.
This wastes
Yeah,
a
so-
lot of
man.
energy.
Yeah.
It's like, man, Sembri's a great place. Huh.
But yeah, so
The other question is,
mm,
this is for the party. Do we want to go through the forest or do we want to go around the forest?
Through.
yeah. So I was going to get to that. So Balon, you'd know this because you traveled this way originally when you came from the theocracy.
Ah, yes.
So you would know that there's a few paths around here. I mean, actually Neroth especially, you'd know as well. You know that you can, like, there's a path sort of towards the that comes from the theocracy, which was the one you took. I think you took that, or did you take a ship? I don't remember.
Would have taken a ship to leave the theocracy, but other than that, it would have been free reign.
That's right. Yeah, because both of you are from the southern end of the theocracy, so yeah. So you would have come to Xanathar,
Yeah.
and then there's a path to Odeo, and then from Odeo there's sort of two ways to get to Rockstone, though you didn't really go to Rockstone. And Neroth, you especially know this. There's a path that goes through the forest here. The forest, this denser forest, is called the Wimberwood. Though Neroth, you didn't go through. Oh no, you did go through the forest. There's also another path, which is the one Balin took, and that goes from Odeo to this little town here, of which you don't remember the name of. And from that town, there is a sort of less traveled path to Rockstone, and also the very less traveled path to Sheercliff, which is the way you went. So there's two paths you can take. One goes to the town and then to Odeo, and then the other one just goes through the forest to Odeo. The forest path is shorter. Now, if you do know that though the forest path is being traveled less. But yeah, it'll take you an extra 10 days to go via that town to the side. So 30 days via that town, or 20 days just straight to Odeo through the forest.
The only problem is it's a matter of getting food for the trip.
I would prefer going somewhere a bit closer for supplies first, and just use as a stopping point. Might take us longer, but at least we won't risk starving.
Well, you got the map. Where do you want to go?
I mean, I'm pretty much like sticking to my original thought of like going to here first, just so I can at least resupply if we have to.
Yeah, could do that.
Anyone else want to chime in?
I'm fine with doing that. At least we get to explore a new town that Kyle has to name.
Things could get worse if we. Things that could get worse if we go through the forest. We don't know what's in there.
Niana, you'd know that the forest is usually the main path between Rockstone and Odeo. You haven't travelled it a while, if at all. But it's the quote-unquote main road. Going to this town on the side it's more like a side road.
Hmm.
We'll probably take that side road, and if there's like as we're crossing the border, if there's any like Mandia patrols, probably try to avoid them.
Alright, so you all begin heading off for the town.
Mm-hmm.
Okie dokie. So you start making your way to this town on the side, which I will have to come up with a name for.
You said you're prepared for many different situations.
I mean, there's so many directions you could have gone. I'm not going to name every single town until you go there.
Alright, we've decided to change our minds and go to this one.
Did you actually?
No.
I didn't think so.
Oh. I'll actually go up north and over to this one instead. No, I'm kidding.
You die in your sleep.
I need to go shopping, by the way, guys.
Yeah, we can't exactly do that out here in the world.
I know, I'm just saying, when we get the chance, I need to go shopping.
Yeah, well, that's why we're going to the nearest town south to at least, yes, get resupplies and sell stuff that we don't need.
All right. So, so you begin making your way down. You aren't on like a road or near a road, so I would like one of you to make a survival check.
I mean, mine's a bonus of 5.
Mine's a bonus of 4.
Mine's just +1, so not me.
Julian?
Mine's +3, so.
Guess it's on Balin at the moment.
Well, yeah. Leave us to the fisherman, I guess, because he at least knows how to hunt some food. 21.
Oh, does he know how to get a natural one? Oh, no, not this time.
Not this time,
Not
thankfully.
this time.
I've only had 3 nat ones so far. Let's see if I can get 4.
So looking at the map, you're able to sort of pick your directions, on the time of day and the direction the sun is, and you're pretty sure you're going sort of south-southeast. And making sure to keep relatively clear of Rockstone. You start traveling. You eventually do come along what seems to be one of the main roads. It's a fairly well-traveled path. They've even got like a bunch of sort of loose gravel and stone that's been set in to the ground and has been there for quite a long time, or has been ingrained in the ground, like pretty worn down. So it's a fairly stable path. Sort of, you're not traveling through open plains per se. It's sort of like it's littered with a few, sort of few little mounds and trees and bush and shrubbery. And you're making your way. Um, First day passes without issue. You
Oh, on the way, can I just find some spider webs and store it?
Okay, so when you bed down for the night, um, I'm gonna roll for this. Make a survival check as you try and find spider webs.
The spider's like, what the fuck, bro?
There's no spiders around here.
Oh, come on. Not even like a giant tarantula or something?
No.
You get closer to the forest, maybe.
An orb weaver?
Yeah, it's not a dense enough area of wildlife to have spiders, at least in the small area that you're currently bedding down for the night in. But the first day travels without issue. You'll get up and continue, and as you're traveling, actually, I'll move the token 1 foot. um, actually, it's more like here. And as you're
You
traveling,
can be like just as a by the by, you can while holding it press Q and it actually makes a ruler for you, like as you're
yeah,
dragging
you can
it.
right click as well to do that.
Yeah.
I didn't know Q was one. Oh yeah, Q and right click. There you go. But yep. So you're traveling down. Second day comes. It's fairly easy to follow the path, and um, a couple more days pass. So everyone mark off 3 days of rations.
Oh, bullshit.
Um, you get to what you assume you've passed the border by now, Balin. It's not as well guarded, this border. Um, like Mandir and the Empire have a very close relationship, and as such, the borders aren't heavily guarded unless there's like something serious going down.
Close relationship, he says. Outsiders looking into corruption. Yeah, they're close as pals.
They're like best friends. Um, but you sort of just in case you do take like you do sort of travel off the path for a bit to avoid any potential
At least until we cross the border. Until I know we've crossed the border, and then we can just take the road because
Yep.
Verdane's got nothing on us, so therefore we don't have to worry.
Yep.
How-
I figured you did. Yep.
What, Pete?
No, just keep going.
Okay. Um, and then after the third or the fourth day actually, so mark another ration off. You get to you start realizing the path is slowly splitting, and it seems like you're at the intersection between taking the path through the forest and taking the path to this small town to the side. The path to the forest is pretty much the same path. It's the small path that goes off to the side that seems to go in the direction of this town. Um, but you head off the main road and go down this smaller path outside the edges of the forest to go to this town. So you do have another about 12 days.
Yeah, we really need to hunt for food.
Yep. So you're near the forest now, which you would know is easier to forage food at. You don't know what kind of area is between where you are in the town, so you don't know when you'd have opportunities to hunt for food. But as you begin making camp, sort of this night, feel free. Well, who wants to go hunting or foraging?
Me.
Me.
Okay, let's say everyone's do it. Who's hunting and who's foraging?
I'll forage.
I'm hunting because not only am I stealthy, I also have nets, so I can actually
Ah.
capture things whole. If
I mean,
if I
I'd
want.
probably attempt to hunt rather than forage as well.
All right, Niana, are you hunting or foraging?
What do you need to forage? It's an investigation.
A survival check.
It would be survival, yes.
Yeah, I'll go forage.
Okay.
I mean, really, Balan's way of doing it is really just like sneaking and then using the hand crossbow to try to
Pew.
basically do a one-shot kill through the neck or something like that, and then use the net to carry them all back.
Yeah. All right. So between Azabel and Niana, I would like one of you to do a nature and the other to do a survival.
What's your nature like, buddy?
My nature's -1.
Alright, I got a +4 in nature and a +4 in survival.
Okay.
So, but you do the survival, I'll do the nature.
All right. 15 and 9. Okay. So as the two of you are going around the edge of the forest, Azabel, you're trying to find good places where you could forage, and also like the kinds of when Niana does find things, the kinds of stuff that are safe to eat, and others that are less safe to eat.
I don't think I'm gonna tell the other two as well to not necessarily worry about if the food is safe to eat or not. Just
Okay.
grab everything that you can grab.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm just saying, just grab everything you can grab.
Oh, so you changed your prepared spells as well.
I got purify food and drink.
Right. Okay.
It wasn't that I changed my prepared spells. I just decided to put a last spell in because I had one more spell I could make.
Can you link that?
Hold on. Oh.
Wait.
Here we go.
There you go.
All non-magical food and drink in the 5
So with this, we can even eat pigeons.
It's pretty good. All right. With that as well, I'd say that that also gives you advantage on nature. So roll another nature.
Oh, that's nice of you.
Because I'm using the dice to determine how much stuff you find, and with that, I'd say, yeah, okay. So you do find a couple things that you're like, oh, that's poisonous, but that's okay, that's fine. So you do get a little extra. So between the two of you, you get a total of, as you are spending most of the evening foraging, so a good few hours. You get about, I'd say, 5 days of rations total.
That's pretty helpful.
That's not split. That's not like each 4 people get 5. It's just 5.
Oh.
At least, which is still good.
Yeah, it's still something. Balin and Neroth, as you're going hunting, I would like one of you to survival and one of you to nature, and then both give a stealth check.
I mean, your survival was clearly better, so I'll.
So I guess you'll do the nature. I'll do the survival.
Yeah.
All right.
Yay!
Oh, guys, what's happening?
My rolls
You-
again.
You happening. You're happy.
Roll20 hates you guys or something. Jesus.
Oh, it hated me last night.
It hates us on your games.
I know.
'Cause, yeah, put it this way, Kyle. The majority of the combat, I couldn't roll higher than a 3, and I was a barbarian.
Simon,
Okay.
we're not having anywhere near this much trouble in Kevin's game.
No, we're not. That's why I'm enjoying that one a lot more. Zeal's so much cooler.
Yeah, Warren's able to hit things, and make checks.
Anywho, I guess we got our stealth as well.
Yeah, do stealths as well.
Oh, come off it. Okay,
No,
28
okay, that's
stealth.
really good.
I just
another exact same rolls.
Oh my god.
Wow. Okay, that does average. I'm
I'm
averaging
guessing,
this though.
yeah, I'm guessing it's with your
I'm
armor
sorry,
as well.
but-
It's disadvantage as well.
Fuck you, Kyle.
It's not his fault.
All right, so what? So that's 31 divided by 2.
It is.
That's like
This
a
is the
16
only
average
time where we
stealth.
roll like this.
Like a 16 average stealth is actually pretty good. So the two of you, as you're sneaking along, actually, I'm going to, because this will be fun. Sorry, give me 1 second. I think this is what I want. Da-da. Where is it? Sorry. Almost. Why is this being stupid? Yeah, I'm just gonna do this instead. Alright. So, as you two are traveling through the forests, it's you're trying to find, maybe like a doe or like or some sort of beast that you can hunt and bring back. And as you're going through, um, Balin, you're looking through the tracks, sorry, the ground to try and find tracks. Neroth, you're just like, I have no idea. Make a perception, Neroth.
Of course, you ask me.
Yeah, another guy with +8.
A minor improvement.
That's better. You sort of you notice a bit of rustling around you, and sort of Balin, you as Neroth sort of halts and just grabs your shoulder to halt you, you pause and you hear this as well, and you hear.
Great.
You hear wolves. I would like the two of you to roll initiative.
Yay! Cool. Something we can actually do that might actually not be bad. As I roll really shit in initiative. God damn.
That's right, I did. Oh no, I did better.
Oh my god!
What is
Sorry.
happening?
You were saying?
That was a natural 3 and a natural 1.
Wow. Neroth with a 2, a 2, a 7, and a 1. Jesus.
Can I get salty now?
Yes, you can.
Roll 20. What have I done to you, dude? Come on.
As you see, 3 wolves sort of come out from the bush and jump the 3 of you. It's not surprise. But yes, they leap out towards, and they go first because they rolled higher initiative. So,
They rolled higher than a 2? That's unbelievable.
natural 11 on the initiative, yeah. So, they begin like swarming around who they see to be the weaker person, which is Balin.
Yeah, whatever.
Because he's not this big hulking metal scary monstrosity person thing. So 2 of them are gonna get you, Balin. That it's a 16 to hit. Second one also hits. Third one's on Neroth with a natural 20.
Really, Kyle?
I don't have words.
I mean, pack tactics. Um,
Regardless, what?
Balin, you take 14 damage total.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, did I murder your family or something?
And
You know what
how
you
much
did.
Damage, how much damage was that?
12
13,
total.
14.
12.
Oh, sorry, yeah,
Ooh.
14 total.
14 total. Okay.
And Neroth with the one crit, you take also 14. But that's their turn. Balon, you're up.
Because it was a crit. You can't even use a shield. Oh well.
So I'll then
Oh, yeah, true.
so I'll bonus action disengage to get away from the two wolves, and then get behind the one that's going after Neroth.
Mhm.
And proceed to attack with the rapier.
Yep, you're like all right next to each other, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
So-
hits. 18.
Okay. So
6.
that's 6 damage plus sneak attack.
The
Plus
6.
another 6, so 12.
That kills it.
Okay.
As you sort of leap behind it, and it's just like it bites quite like it gets a good chunk of Neroth, and it's just its teeth are in it as he's like kind of like those attack dogs where they're just like stuck on a person's arm, and then as Neroth just swings it about, you stick your rapier into the side, and it's just like
Oh,
and it
sorry,
just
there was
sort of-
actually one thing I forgot to do. Like, I actually forgot that I've got that ability. I'm gonna uncanny dodge half that damage, by the way.
Okay, so that was 2 hits, so you take 4 less damage.
4 less damage. Okay.
I just realized technically there needed to be strength saves, but I forgot about that, so I'll do that next time. Neroth, you're up.
Well, I'm gonna turn to one of the ones that's still alive and swing my longsword at it.
Mhm.
With booming blade.
I figured. Oh, jeez.
Fucking.
I'm done. I'm done. Nope.
You've got to be kidding me.
Alright, guys, I'm the new Neroth. Here we go.
That's
All right.
No, I'm Renoff.
wow.
Also, I'm his brother Laban.
You know, I'm just gonna give you inspiration so that you can hit the next time
Oh my god,
because
pity
this is
inspiration.
ridiculous.
I'm going to end up using inspiration and rolling double nat 1. Thanks. Just what I needed. More soul crushing.
All right. Anything else?
Let's see. What can I do with this? Oh, right. I guess I will pop Shield of Faith
Okay.
and give myself an extra 2 armor.
Okay.
Actually, it probably won't matter, so I won't do that. Never mind.
Okay. All right. So that's the 2 wolves. 1 each. First on Balin. With pack tactics, that's a hit. Natural 17. Neroth. That is a 22 to hit.
Shield.
Yep. All right. Balon, you take. Ooh, that's not high. You take 6 damage, Balon.
Alright, I'll halve it to 3.
All right.
Oh, that's right. It does that. Okay.
Yeah, as they're just trying to tear into you, Balin, I would like you to make a strength save.
Mm-hmm. 15.
You are not knocked prone.
Good.
It's your turn now.
Alright. Would I be able to actually what I'll do is then can I move around behind the one that's attacking Neroth without taking an attack of opportunity, or do I need to do a bonus action disengage?
They're both within melee range of you and him.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna because I'm trying to like get behind the wolf attacking Neroth and hit that one.
Okay. Make your attack roll.
15 to
hits.
hit.
Yep.
Cool. So 10 piercing
It's
plus
dead. It's dead.
plus extra 9. No, let me have this, all right, please. I want to see how much damage I do.
They have 11 health.
Cool. So that's another one where it's just piercing it through the back of its neck, or just to bring
Yep,
it down.
you sort of you get it, and then you like tear, and you actually tear off the front half of its throat.
I'm just looking at the yellow one, just going, care to continue?
All right, Neroth, your turn.
Booming blade
Yep, at
with
advantage.
advantage.
Okay. Do the attack roll first.
Why did it do that instead of rolling the actual attack?
I don't know.
You might have not had the attack ticked on for 20. Wow, thank.
We actually fucking needed it. God damn.
Wow. So that's 10 damage. It is still up at 1 health. It is like on the edge. Is there anything else?
That's. Wait. Isn't it rolling here? Oh, yeah. No.
Alright. Its turn. Because it is the only one left, and it's not smart enough to know what Booming Blade is, it is going to try and run away and fail to do so. It's just as you strike into it, and it's like wrenching its own guts from that strike. Like you tore a good chunk out of it. Literally all but 1 hit point, and it's just sort of whimpering. And it tries to run, and as that happens, it just sort of completely tears the head off of this creature.
I would have assumed it just exploded because the second one literally did double its health.
Yes.
Finished off double its health.
Its entire head explodes off its head, if it's the rest of its body, and it just falls down. And as that happens, Balon, you hear what was more wolves coming. After that loud bang explosion, you hear them running away.
Okay. Selena's running off, just like sort of just going. Oh, I guess we'll have to do with just eating these 3 then.
All right.
As I then proceed to take a dagger to them to just basically survival check them, pretty much. See if I can get their pelts off.
So you want to actually? It'll take time, so it's probably worth bringing them back to camp first.
Okay, then in which case I will use the net to just get them all gathered into one, and then Neroth could probably carry them better than I can.
Probably,
Given that
yeah.
3 wolves, rather than like a bunch of bunnies.
I don't
or
know.
something.
It depends on if Kyle makes me do a strength check.
You've got a point.
You don't need to do a strength check to carry wolves.
Can you do a strength check anyway?
I don't want to.
I want to compare it to mine.
I don't want to.
I will take 10.
Think of it this way, Sandeep. It's probably the game getting back at you for me giving you a very rare item.
You rolled that at random.
If that's the
So
case,
it's not exactly.
shouldn't the
It's not
game have
exactly
been
my
punishing
fault I
you,
rolled
not
that.
I mean, I
us?
didn't really
Why am
roll
I
it
the
at
one
random.
being punished for it?
Shouldn't the game then be punishing you and not us, though? If that's the logic. If that's
Yeah.
the logic, then your wolves never would have hit us at all, and we would have just hitting non-stop, and basically would have gotten out of that without even a scratch.
Yeah, it should have been penalizing you for that, not me. And haven't you already penalized me by murdering me? Isn't that what the compensation
Debatable.
was for? Isn't that what the compensation was for in the first place?
Oh man.
Oh,
Not
Isn't this
quite,
your
no.
blood price?
Not quite, no.
I'm only a little bit salty right now.
But yeah,
Alright, at this point.
the 2 of you bring back the 3 wolves to Niana and Zabel. Balon, you can do a. Do you have proficiency in leatherworkers tools?
I do not know, so I can't do it.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think he's particularly trying to save the pelt.
I'm pretty much just carving them up to, just harvest the meat.
Oh,
That's pretty
okay.
much what I'm
Okay. I
doing.
thought you were trying to actually get the pelt.
No, I don't think
I
right now
can't
we
do
care
that,
about
then
the
I'm just gonna
pelt.
go for the meat then, pretty much.
So meanwhile, Niana and I are just having a casual conversation while foraging.
Basically.
We just got bit a couple
This one looks
times.
poisonous.
I think it'll be fine.
That one looks poisonous as well.
You know what? Just chuck it in with the rest.
This one's pulsing for some reason.
You know
Oh,
what?
that's a rotten carcass.
Oh my god, that would be delicious. Chuck it in.
Sure thing.
I mean, a little bit weird about that one. Like, what's the carcass of?
No, wait, it's a carcass. Yeah, we'll just cook it for a little bit, it'll be fine.
Both of you, if you don't already have it, take inspiration.
Yeah, I get inspiration.
It doesn't stack.
I don't have any at the moment.
There you go. You have one now. I love those little RP things. It's always fun.
I'm kind of still mad about the fact that I actually needed.
I
that
know. I
inspiration.
was like, oh
You
shit.
Yeah. I mean, I was lucky enough to actually land my hits. I was getting worried that I wasn't.
Meet up back with the other two. What the hell happened to you two?
Well, you just see like it's just the three wolf carcasses in front of us. So I just like the party came to us. Ow.
You know there are like rabbits out there, right?
Well, yes. But these came to us first, and we thought we'd bring these back because these have a bit on them.
Alright, whatever.
Alright.
I'm gonna pile it all up, purify them.
Is
Alright.
that a rotting carcass?
What is that a carcass of exactly?
Honestly, I'm not quite sure, but it's food.
It's
Can I nature check that at all?
yes, you can.
I better, because I really don't want to be like, yeah, we're actually eating elf. Oh, fuck's sake.
It's
Ah.
not a humanoid.
Okay.
It is old and it is stripped bare.
So it's
Something's
basically a
already feasted on
skeleton.
this.
My highest roll today!
Yay! A 12. It seems to be something maybe like it's similar size to the wolves that you have, so it could be a wolf or something of a similar nature. But it is like it's not the rot on it. There seems to be other things than just rot in this carcass.
We're not eating that.
But yeah, as Abel is like ritual casting, or just straight up casting, purify food and drink. When he does that, Neroth, you notice those additional whatever those are that you couldn't quite tell also seem to disappear from this carcass. It seemed like there was some sort of poison or disease that had taken hold of this body.
I'm sure there was.
There would have been, yeah. I'm not surprised.
You're not sure which or what kind though.
I'm still gonna, carefully remove the carcass and, get rid of it.
Yeah, and you notice as Balon is like cutting up the wolves that you've hunted, they also actually have something. And Zabel, you notice this as well. Something, some sort of either poison or disease disappears from these now dead wolves that you've hunted.
All right, everyone, dig in. Fresh meat.
How about we cook it first?
Yeah, I was gonna say probably cooking it first.
All right, everyone, start the fire. And I'm gonna cast bonfire.
All right, so you got that's a really good idea actually. So you've got three wolf carcasses. Three people make survivals to see how much meat you get from each, How much
The
food?
three of you, I'm not fucking rolling.
Yeah,
Okay,
we're
everyone
What do we
but
need?
Aeroth roll a
Survival?
survival. One for each
Alright.
carcass. 14, 21,
Damn it.
10.
10.
That's still pretty good. That basically averages to 15.
I know.
Yeah, no, that exactly averages to 15. So you get from the 3 wolves, I'll put that everyone gets an additional 3 days of rations.
Everyone.
Everyone.
Is that also including the berries as well that they forage?
No, the berries was just 5 full stop. And the wolves are 3 each.
Okay, they are separate. All right, so that means
So that means we get
technically all
essentially
they
get
all got
4 and one person gets
someone
5.
got 5.
Yeah.
Basically.
Basically.
Okay, that's not bad actually.
Mm.
It's probably enough. That's probably actually enough to get us to the town.
Yep,
It is enough.
hunting in forest is pretty good.
Well, for me, I don't know
Who's
about the
taking
rest
the
of you.
extra? I'm not taking the extra. That's just extra weight.
Well,
It's not going to do me any good. I'll be
but-
dead by the end of this trip.
we'll check among each other what's everyone's stocks like at the moment. I've got currently 11.
I just added to 10.
I'm at 9.
Yana?
Well, we lost 4, didn't we? Traveling here.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
how many do you have now? Like after getting 4 again after that.
It's 10, I think.
Okay.
Okay.
So Neros should take the extra 1 then.
Yep, so everyone's at 10 and Balin's at 11.
Yep.
Cool, okay. So yep, as, you know, you'll bed down for the night, closer to the forest.
Rotating watches, I assume.
Yep, rotating watches. Nothing really stands out or seems to jump you. It's not that common to be attacked while asleep. At least it doesn't happen like every second day.
Like what happened last session, huh? Like no, it doesn't happen. No, it doesn't happen often usually.
Shh. Yeah, you mean when you killed all his guards? Yeah.
No, that was the session before.
But yeah. So you get up and you travel towards the town, which is about 11 days out. So you might be cutting it close. But you begin traveling along. You're traveling a bit further away from the forest this time. Let me just do a measure. Hold on, a little closer. That'll do. So yeah, another Fool's Day travel. You're moving away from the forest now. Sort of more just to like loosely obscured area. And then another day. So since you had that hunting night, it's now been another 3 days. I think that should be right.
So we've used up 3 more rations.
Yeah.
Yep, 3 more rations. And as actually, I probably should have asked in advance. Who's usually the one keeping watch?
Me, most likely.
Okay, make a perception check for like the whole trip. 17?
17.
Okay.
My man.
I mean, it seems logical that I would be, so I got a +8 and all. Like, I'm pretty good at being the scout.
Yeah. So you're going, traveling along. You have those 3 days. And although this path isn't that well traveled, you do notice sort of there seems to be like a lot of It seems like this path is being used a lot more than you would expect. There's more people traveling along this path than you would think for such a small town that you're going to.
Just footprints, or like footprints, wagons, horse hooves, and that sort of thing.
A mix.
Okay.
In fact, you all realize this. It seems, and actually, Neroth, you know that the forest is considered more dangerous as of late, but you don't know why. You sort of just kind of rushed through on your way to Rockstone, as it was a pressing matter that you had been assigned. And it seems like a lot of people are using this path to maybe avoid the forest path. Like a lot of the unguarded sort of traveler. You see a lot of just simple folk walking down the path. You see a few carriages every now and then. It looks like townsfolk moving maybe to the city to sell some goods. And as you're traveling along, Balin, you hear a crunch. And as you turn around to see what it is, you see to your side, you see what seems to be a large ogre that's just sort of covered in a lot of loose rags and pelts, skin slightly green, almost moss covered, as it's biting into the corpse of a horse, and then looks at you. He's like, does anyone speak? I believe it's giant.
No.
Negative.
I don't think I do. No. I know how to speak primordial. Can I speak primordial at him?
No, this is
Try.
giant. And so you see this ogre as it's loud crunch. And he sort of looks at all of you, puts down the horse, gets up, picks up what seems to be a large great club to his side.
If he's doing that, I'm gonna have my hand crossbow already ready and pointing right at him. I wouldn't do that if I were you.
It's a full dick. And you see, you notice this, Balin. Two more seemingly come out from a spot that you previously didn't notice. Let's roll initiative. As
Great.
I get a map.
Hooray! Get to see the art of a battle map.
It's just a white sheet of paper with a stick troll on it.
I mean,
Whole bunch of little green lines pointing upwards to indicate grass.
I'll be honest, I'm reusing.
I recognize this area.
It's called recycling.
Yeah, I recognize this area.
There's one there, sort of one there, and you guys.
This was back when I could trample the fuck out of shit on a pound.
Yeah, you guys don't have your horses anymore.
No.
No, I don't even have that character anymore.
My draft horse is gone.
Which character was that? Sandeep Char.
Sandeep Shah.
Control that. I don't have control. Wait, hang on. Yes, I do.
There we go, fixed it.
I have. It's been days. I'm back to full health as well.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's Sandeep Char or not.
Fucking asshole. Oh, sorry, what was that? Peter's char?
Well, now I know who I am. So it's all good.
But yeah. So yes, let's roll initiative.
Why am I at the front?
Oh!
Hey!
Oh!
Excellent.
Wait, why am I rolling 2 dice?
Oh,
You shouldn't do
that's why.
Now I can do my fun shit.
Really? Really?
Oh Jesus. Niana, yours didn't pop up on the turn
Damn
order.
it, Sandeep!
Yep, there you
How
go.
is Sandeep above me though?
7. Because I haven't ordered it yet. Um, I'll just roll here. 14. Okay, that's pretty high actually. Alrighty. Um, so Balin, you see them. The one put down the horse corpse, pick up club next to it. You see these other two come around with these clubs, and they're just sort of lumbering towards you.
I'm just gonna shoot the one that I warned not to pick that thing up.
All right, the middle one, go for it.
Yep. So, and crossbow, whoop. And I got advantage because he hasn't acted yet, so
Yep.
20 to hit.
Yep.
So 5 piercing, and no sneak attack.
Oh no, you do get sneak
Oh
because
yeah,
you
I got
at
to get sneak
advantage.
attack because I got advantage. Yes, yes, yes,
Yep.
yes.
It's just not crit. Ooh,
Extra 6 sneak attack damage, so that's 11 piercing damage.
11. Okay.
I thought you were an assassin.
You
It's
only
not
get the
surprised.
crit if they're surprised.
Which they're not surprised.
Yeah, so the third level feature has 2 separate things it does. One is if you attack something that is currently surprised, it's an auto crit if it hits. And the other feature is if if a creature hasn't had a turn yet, then you get advantage on your attack rolls against it.
Yeah. Okay, so. Alright, so I got 35 movement. So. Yeah, I can't go far. Okay, so. I'm more or less going to get back, get some distance.
Okay.
And that is going to be my turn because I'm not sure if I can actually. I won't be able to. That's not lightly obscured stuff, is it? That's just
No, you
graph.
can't hide.
Yeah, thought as much. You're learning. Okay, it's my turn.
I mean, like where you are, you can't hide.
Yeah, I know. It's my turn. So.
Alright. As you shoot into it, just pew, it just sort of like gets it in the stomach. It's like, developer. You can see now it's they're getting angry, and it's their turn. They are going to the one. What's their movement actually? Okay. This one. No, he's not going to do that. This one is going to. It's just going to go up straight to Neroth and give him a smack. This one's going to go to a Zabel, and this one that you shot is going to start making his way towards you. And while, oh, sorry, not there. Here we go. And while doing so, he's going to pick up a javelin and throw it at you, or from like the side of like this sash thing that he has on, or not sash, loincloth really.
Ew.
So he's going to make a ranged attack against you first, Balon. That is a natural one for max damage.
Trip over your shit.
So he picks it up and then he throws it at you, but he throws it via the blunt end, not the sharp end. And it just sort of bounces in front of you and it does like it sort of catches and just begins like spiraling like a helicopter blade and just sort of slams into the bushes behind you. And it was quite a powerful throw. But yeah, that misses. And these two guys are gonna one great club each into Neroth first, then Zabel, starting with Neroth. That is a 19 to hit, which I believe misses.
Does not hit.
Yep.
I think.
And a Zabel, that's a 12 to hit you.
I mean, that's not going to hit me, but I was going to give it disadvantage, I think, with the Steel Defender.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's still at 12.
Yeah.
But that is their turn now. You can see now that they're roaring at you guys and are angry now. Considering Balin just shot it. Zabel, you're up.
Good thing it's me first, guys. Right? Yeah. I use my cunning action to disengage. I'm not playing a fucking rogue.
It's funny, I just dragged you guys on the map randomly. I didn't realize that you would happen to be next to them.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be at the front, to be honest. But
You
whatever.
weren't. Technically, you weren't. Balin and Neroth were.
Oh, I see how it works now.
You were walking south,
Um,
yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna cast Branding Smite on myself.
Okay.
I
Yeah, no, I know the ability. Bonus action.
yeah,
Your next melee hit does the damage.
no, next attack.
Next melee attack?
It just says attack with a weapon attack.
Oh, I thought it was melee.
It is melee. Oh well, I'm pretty sure it's melee.
It doesn't say. It says the next. Can't put the thing in chat. Next time you hit a creature with
Oh,
a
no,
weapon
you're right.
attack,
Yeah, you're right.
before
Yep.
the spell ends, the weapon gleams with astral radiance as you strike.
Yep.
It doesn't say anything about melee. It just says weapon attack.
Yep. It's not a normal smite. It's a spell smite. Yeah, no, I get it. Yep.
Smart Paul,
Okay,
boy.
so you.
No, 'cause, Thunderous Smite, Seer on melee.
Anyway, I'm gonna shoot this guy,
Used.
the one standing next to Neroth. Wait, can I shoot this guy next to me without disadvantage? No, give me disadvantage.
Because you are engaged in melee, you have disadvantage regardless of who you're trying to hit.
See, this is bullshit. um, which is okay. So whatever, I'll just hit this one then.
Okay.
Shoot this goddamn fool in the face.
Alright, so disadvantage.
Actions. This one.
Roll again, because this
Yeah.
is The 12 still hits. 12 still hits.
13 plus the 10.
I was gonna do the first damage, so
8 plus
8
It's
plus
the
10.
damage associated with the one that actually hits.
Well, I usually do it like it's whatever you rolled first. I've done that before for you guys. So I was just taking the hit.
Okay, 8 plus the 10.
So 8 plus 10, so it's 18, and he's glowing in what color?
Is he glowing?
I believe it's like glowing 5 feet, can't be invisible. Yep, dim light of 5 foot. Can't become invisible until the spell ends.
Well, I don't think he's gonna become invisible anytime soon. But you know what? I'm going to just attack him again.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Make another
shoot.
attack at disadvantage. Yeah, 26 and one more. 16 for 13 damage.
Yep, I guess.
Nice. That's a lot of damage you just dealt.
I know, right?
Like you've taken like a decent chunk as he like swings at you and misses, slamming between you and little buddy. You you throw your arm out, and the little pistol begins glowing with the radiant energy as you shoot twice. It sounds less like a pistol and more like a blunderbuster. As you and you shoot it once like in the collarbone, and the other like gets the other side, but his ear, and he's like,
And I'm just gonna respond, yeah, I agree.
But yeah, that's I believe you can toggle like on your character sheet advantage and disadvantage as well.
Yeah, there's a button you can do. You
Yep.
can press like control and do it or something. Oh yeah, it's control. Does disadvantage.
But yeah, unless you'd like to move.
I'm gonna move one back a little bit, and then little buddy, he's gonna run at the side of him.
Okay.
Over here.
Oh yeah, that's
And
right.
that means he does the dodge action.
Dodge
himself.
action. All right. then Diana, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna whip out my arms, my spare arms.
You're gonna whip out your ass.
Arms.
Because he got out for a split second. So it made his
Arms.
Arms, I got
to
arms.
borrow.
Yeah, you sort of like, kind of like one open hand, one closed fist. You sort of like do that punch thing where you catch your own punch in front of you, like you're gonna crack your knuckles, and as you do, the tattoos glow more vibrant than before, from what you've seen, and two spectral arms sort of roll back from your arms out, almost like they're coming from. Their appendages coming out from where wings would come out on your back, and then like leaning over your body. And yeah,
I step one space forward and proceed to attack that ogre.
what's that one?
With the astral arms. So.
Which one is
Which one? Yeah.
So in front of Zabel.
Okay. Yeah, he's looking pretty rough.
So I'll attack once.
13 hits. That's 9 damage.
And he's still alive.
Yeah.
I'll attack again.
Hits. Yeah, he's looking really rough now.
And I've got one more.
Yeah, bonus action. So that's your action for 2 hits, and now you have a bonus action. 23 hits for another 6.
Damn. Just
How much
wooded
damage
the
you've
damn
done?
thing.
54 total. Okay. And he's just as you just bring out the arms and just pummel him, just you see sort of falls to one knee. Is like death's door.
That's it for me.
Okay, Nerov.
I'm going to immediately start by popping my channel divinity.
Mhm.
All of those ogres need to make wisdom saves.
Nice.
Nice. Okay, bottom left to top right. That's oh wow, success. I think the one in front of you is a fail though. Oh, -2, yeah. Bottom left one, chasing Balin succeeds. The other 2 fail.
So they can't run away. They can't leave 30 feet of me.
Yep.
That one on the left can though.
Yeah.
So in order to combat that, I'm going to step over to it with that, so I don't have to provoke an opportunity attack doing that.
Mhm.
And I'm going to booming blood it.
Alrighty. Uh, 16 will hit for 8 plus
As
1. 9 damage, and he is
really okay.
Can you link the channel divinity thing just so I can see all this stuff?
So I tried. It didn't actually link it. Like
Yeah,
that.
just do the wisdom save.
Will that show it this time?
Yep.
Yes.
Bonus section. Blah, blah, blah.
Champion challenge is the one I used.
Turn the tide and yep, each can't really move more than 30 feet. Okay, so it can be within 30 feet but can't leave further than 30 feet. If you're incapacitated, die.
Or if I move out of 30 feet of it.
Yeah, and
It can't leave that 30-foot radius, but if I move away from it after that point,
does it? How long does it last? Because it doesn't say in there.
the effect ends if the creature is incapacitated. The creature, or the effect ends on the creature if you are incapacitated or die, or if the creature is more than 30 feet away. Otherwise, it stays.
Yeah, because this is the fear one where you get at level 7 paladin, you get the aura that does damage if they're afraid of you.
This isn't fear. This is
Oh, it can't leave, right?
they can't run away.
they can't willingly move
Right.
away.
I feel like I've seen that, but slightly. Anyway, I'll look that up later. That's fine.
There is
Um,
one that makes them afraid of you.
Yep.
That's
I believe, and that's Oathbreaker.
yeah.
Yep. But yeah. So they are afraid as you sort of, clasp on your symbol, and then this wave of energy comes out, and you see the two of them that failed to save their. They seem to be almost more fixated on you than before, especially the one right next to you. And then you strike through the one, the little boom is.
Oh shit, we leveled up. Little buddy might have more health.
Yes. That's right. Do it after this. Balin, you're up.
Okay, so gonna looking towards this one, and basically it's like a little, like just doing a little whistle, and then just fires the hand crossbow right at it.
Yep.
24 to hit.
Mm-hmm. 9.
So 9 plus 10, so 19 damage.
Ooh, nice. Yep. It takes a good chunk as you just shoot it in. It just gets it like right under the armpit and just it just sort of roars at you.
And with
else?
that, I'm going to do cunning action dash to get on the other side over here.
Okie dokie.
So basically going towards the area where I might be able to find somewhere to hide. So that is going to be my turn.
Okie dokie. There go. Let's have 2 swings at Neroth.
Top of that, it can't reach you now, or it can't really get.
They can't move away from you willingly anyway.
No,
They
that
can
one.
move away
That
from
one
you, they
can,
can't-
but it will
they
take an
can't
attack of
30
opportunity.
feet. If it moves away, I'm gonna get an attack.
Yeah, exactly.
That is that's pretty high. That's a 24 to hit, Neroth?
On me?
Yes.
Shield.
Alright.
Oh shit!
God damn your shield.
Right, that's only limit. That's a limited number.
Second one's a natural 20 though.
Of course it is. It's
Um,
what we're talking
You know
about.
what? Shield that one as well.
Oh, if only you could.
I use plot armor.
I think they can only hit you with a nat 20. Yeah. Because it goes up to your AC goes to 26 and
Get
it's a
hit by
plus
that
6 to hit.
XCOM 5% chance of a hit.
And then the one that's gonna hit is Abel again.
What? It's getting disadvantage.
All right. 17 and an 18. Like natural.
Shield.
23 to hit.
Shield.
What? It has 23 to hit.
23 to hit. At 17.
Oh, then I'm
plus
not
3.
using shield.
Yeah, no, don't use shield. You can't shield that. So
You just said 17 and 18, so I was like, okay, shield.
those were the natural dice rolls. So a Zabel takes. Wait, what's the static bonus? You take 11, Zabel.
I used my uncanny dodge.
You wish. Neroth take. Oh shit, that's an 8 and a 7 on the dice. 34 damage. As the one that's afraid of you. Fuck, that was high. As he's just like he looks at you, taking or not afraid. Sorry, he's not afraid, but like taking your challenge. He brings his club up, and as you sort of pop a shield to avoid the hit that you couldn't quite block before, you see this club come down on you, smash through the shield, and just flatten you on the ground. Like knocks the wind out of you as you slowly get up from the hit. Fuck, that was yeah.
Bloody hell, mate.
2d8 plus 4, and I roll an 8 and a 7. But that is there go. Zabel.
Alright.
So that basically halved my health.
Basically.
Yeah.
I mean, you got 2 of the motherfuckers on you.
That's why
I mean,
I'm
they
trying
can
to
only
deal
hit
with
one
one of
hit,
them.
so you know.
That's why I'm trying to deal with one of them
Yeah,
when I
Pete,
can.
that was one hit.
All right. So because it worked so well last time,
Gonna shoot him in the face again.
I'm going to put Branding Smite on myself again.
All right. The concentration from the previous branding smite fades as does the glowing color on him. Only for you.
Well, no, it would have faded after the weapon attack hit.
Oh, you would have had to make a concentration check. Oh, you mean your weapon attack?
Yeah. If once it
Once
hits,
smite lands, the spell effect ends in terms of concentration.
yeah.
Are you,
It only lasts until the next weapon attack.
Well, it says which becomes visible if it's visible and the target sheds dim light and can't become invisible until the spell ends. So you remain concentration on it to keep the glow on it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I
Even
don't
if
care
he
about
doesn't,
that
it
part.
wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, you don't care. The glow fades, but now he's shooting him again.
Yep, and I'm going to shoot him again.
Yeah, no,
It's like-
these guys
it's
won't
like
become
playing with his
invisible.
light switch.
Get off of me! There you go.
22 hits for 10 plus.
The branding smite was 7 more.
As it was on its knees from Niana's plentiful blows, it just you watch as it's falling down onto its knee, breathing, tries to swing at you, but hitting you across the side, and in turn you sort of aim your gun and you shoot just under its armpit, and it just like falls down dead.
And then I'll respond with and shoot this guy. This time, not at disadvantage. 25 for 8.
8 damage, yep. It's the first time he's been hit.
And then the little buddy,
Mhm.
I'm gonna tell little buddy, go and help out Neroth, buddy. He's gonna charge on just next to this guy. Over here.
Alrighty.
So he takes the dodge action again.
Okay. Niana.
I'll move into this. Move here to a nice cozy position and attack this guy.
The south one, yep.
Yep.
Or the left one, I should say, yeah.
The one I've been shooting up.
15 hits for 7 damage. Yeah, first blow gets him in the side of the face. Second blow, you sort of get him like square in the jaw, pushing him back the other way. He's looking pretty rough now. He's sort of like a little dizzy from that punch.
Oh.
The
Holy
third hit,
shit,
as he's looking
Niana.
kind of like Mortal Kombat, you know, he's looking dizzy. You just think of the words, finish him, as you just give him a good uppercut straight in the middle of the jaw, and you hear the bones in his jaw crack and the teeth shattering as you knock this one on its back, killing it. That was a good set of damage. Anything else?
I think I'm good.
All right, Neroth.
Well, let's do it again. Long booming blade.
Hits.
So the booming blade damage. This way now. Yep. So 10 damage.
Oh wait, no. There we go. As you slash through him and just it seems to not be paying attention to the wound you just gave it, as it's fully fixated on you due to the challenge you gave it earlier. Anything else?
I'm gonna Hexblade's curse it as well.
Alrighty. Balon.
Alright, so gonna go up to about here.
Mhm.
Because that makes it 30 feet, and I proceed to hand crossbow it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'll be able to hide there, so crossbow.
10 misses.
Of course it does.
Just.
Okay, I guess with that, then I will go towards this brush here and just bonus action hide.
Okay. It's not too big to hide, even though you can lightly obscure.
I mean, Mask of the Wild, I can't hide and lightly obscured.
Yeah, no, because even though you can, it's not the best hiding spot. But roll a stealth check.
Rolls a natural 20. It is
14.
the best.
Alright,
Okay.
that's my turn.
This guy is just gonna slam into Neroth.
At disadvantage.
I mean, I think a natural 16 still misses.
It does.
Yeah, 22. So yeah, it's a 22 to hit, so I'm assuming you're shielding?
Isn't it is that's that 22 even with disadvantage?
Yes.
Wow.
I rolled 2 16s, yeah.
Ugh.
Yep, I'm shielding.
Alright, shield misses. Damn, that's like such a good combo for a tank.
That's why it's
Why
like
do you think I went this route?
Zabel,
Yeah.
your turn.
I'm just gonna shoot him.
Alright.
See if it'll work. It worked on the last guy. Let's see
This
if it
is
works
one of
on this
the
guy.
absolute benefits of multi-classing into warlock for me.
12.
12 damage, yep. That hits.
The addition of shield into my available spells
Is he not dead yet?
He's
is
not dead.
god.
Yeah, shield.
Well, then I'm gonna yell at him and hit him again.
Oh! Fuck! I love how you said it like that, and you're like, I'm shooting again, and you get the crit.
That's between the eyes, that one.
Yeah, you just like you shoot once, and it just like you get like it through something. It's like oh, and then you yell rah rah rah, and it just looks at you like oh. No.
Is he not dead yet?
No, he's not dead.
Damn it! I was gonna tell the party to I told him to play dead.
Anything else?
Yeah, actually, I'll get little buddy to attack him. I'll use my bonus action to tell him to attack.
All right.
Just
Make
give him
an
a
attack.
little slap. I've gotta find his stuff. This one, no, not that one. It's this one. Then I can roll this one.
12 hits.
And then that's the damage.
Alrighty. Barely alive.
You did your best, little buddy.
Basically. But that's that. Niana, you're up.
Am I in range?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
I believe, yeah, 10 feet.
Niana Mormuda.
How do you want to do it?
Seeing little buddy slap, I decide to slap him in the other direction.
All right. As little buddy goes like slaps it like in the back of the knee, like carving out some flesh, from the back of the knee, or back of the left knee. You go and slap it across the face, your left, but his right cheek or its right cheek, and you slap it, and you watch as like the body like twists, like legs going one way, face going the other, and it's just with enough force that it just slams it into the ground. You hear the cracking of the bones in its jaw and its neck as it just you slam it with such force, and it also dies. And that's combat. So yeah,
I'm going to immediately lay on hands myself.
that's fair.
I kill myself as well, I guess. Might as well.
Guy just gather in all the bolts that I can, and then replenish my
Shit, yeah.
quiver from my pack?
Yep, you get all but one.
All but one? Okay.
Yep.
So
Max heal, huh?
only bring one down from my total.
It's like, at least
Cool.
you don't have to roll for your heal, Neroth.
There was a
Oh.
very good reason why I didn't bother using spell slots for my healing right now. I don't trust it.
Oh, neither do I, but I still got 3 more slots.
Alright.
I'd rather be at full health to start off the next fight.
Balon is going to like check the aftermath of what they were doing to see if there was anything that was anything that was left other than horse meat.
Okay.
Why? We can eat horses.
Can eat horses.
We can technically, but it's more like just looking for if there were like if there were belongings on those horses as well, if they were like pack horses.
Alright. You look through. It seems the horses are mostly, if not all, eaten. It's a bit. Make a nature check. Oh, yeah, nature.
Nature or investigation?
I'd say nature for the horses specifically.
16.
16. They're not the fittest horses, but they're not. But they're not like scrawny or malnourished. It seems that they might have been like horses used for a town or something like that, or just a common traveler.
These are dead horses, right?
Yeah.
Yes, they've been eaten very, like, very much pit clean, and it smells. It smells real bad. You do notice with that nature check, the ogres were not there for long. Like the stench around the area normally is a lot more pungent for a place that an ogre,
Right.
quote unquote wild ogre,
So pretty much just
stays in.
they're just eating their prey, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like they were out hunting and they just ate their prey there. Okay.
Yeah, and you would notice. Yeah, they weren't here for long. You don't know where they came from. That would probably be a survival check.
Yeah, I could do that.
Okay.
11.
11. It's not too difficult to track an ogre.
I wouldn't think so.
They're
But,
not very
you know,
stealthy creatures.
No. They leave giant
You
footprints.
could probably also just follow your nose.
Yeah.
Well,
it seems that they've come.
the nose would lead us to the.
Balin.
corpses.
Yeah, Balin follows his nose towards the road.
Yeah, it's like, oh, right, wrong way.
No, you do actually. You follow it to the road, and then you look and you see that they've probably been here for no more than a couple hours. And that they came from the west, which you know is the direction of the Wimblewood, the forest that you were in previously. It seems like they've come from there.
Thank
and
God
actually,
we weren't going through the forest.
It's like it's like looking to the like Nara specifically. It's like locals of the woods.
you can make a nature check now.
Mm.
It seems that's where they came from, the Wimblewood.
11. Yeah, it's a lower DC from Neroth because he's actually a resident of this area.
I'm a resident of the area around it.
Yeah, it's a higher DC for you. So the two
You're
of
also
you both.
someone who rarely leaves the city.
Yeah.
Actually, I left the city a lot.
So the two of you both know, based on the more mossy hide, if you could call it that, of these ogres, they are one of the tribes of various creatures that live in the Wimblewood. You both know the Wimblewood to be. It has some magical elements as well. It seems like deeper in the forest is where a lot of very nature-like creatures and even rumors of fey creatures from those woods. Though no one has really proved it, at least lived to prove it. It is known to be very dangerous that the deeper in you go, but the you know the main road because you travelled it, Neroth, does sort of hug along the doesn't go too deep into the Wimblewood. You do also know Neroth, and not Azabel, that that there have been the Wimblewood has been a lot dangerous of late. It seems that a lot of creatures that live in the Wimblewood seem to be leaving for some reason, whether it's fleeing or relocating or whatever, and that these ogres have likely done the same.
I'll relay that to the group.
So, was there any food around here?
Short answer, no.
Bullshit. Was there any carcasses around here?
Yes, but even purifying them, there's still not really
Edible.
the effort of scouring purified carcasses for meat is not worth it.
How about if we rip it out of the intestines of the ogres and then purify it?
I'm gonna go with no.
I haven't eaten yet, but I don't know if I want to eat dinner now.
Actually, give a medicine check, Azabel.
No, I refuse.
Give me that medicine check as this thought comes across your mind and you begin looking at the bodies.
Seems like a bad idea.
They probably have worms.
7.
They probably, as you're thinking this, you realize they probably have worms. They don't look healthy. Like these ogres don't look healthy, so it's probably not a good idea. But yeah.
It looks like we're not eating fresh meat tonight, boys.
Well, at the very least, that these roads have been made a little bit safer. Just a little bit.
Every little bit counts, right?
Well, yes. Quite. But, not gonna be able to get. I don't think we can get much more out of these, so perhaps we should just continue.
Yeah, let's go. Kick the one next to me.
Alright, as you kick it,
And then I'm also gonna say something along the lines of "Garu."
as you
But
kick
what
it,
about my mother?
a couple things happen. The first thing that happens is, like most humanoid creatures, soon after they die, you hear the body releasing its natural gases. In other words, farting. And it stinks. And as you kick it, you see, it's around one of the, I'd say bullet holes, one of the bullet tears that you shot at it. And you see like a lot of the innards and intestines beginning to just leak out. And it's like, and you have to quickly jump out of the way so that your boot doesn't get covered in this gunk. But like, with a 7 medicine check, you're like, huh, that was quick. Like, it seems like the bodies are already rotting.
Guys, run! They're turning into zombies.
Sounds more like they were already zombies.
They probably were. They're ogres. Go, go, go! Oh, by the way, if anyone was wondering what I said to it, I said goodbye.
You speak giant?
No. I assume I said goodbye.
Alright. But yes, you all continue traveling the rest of the day. Let's move back to the main map. Alright, so you all continue traveling. and you camp down for the night. You're now like like the forest is no longer um, really in sight. Um, you assume that it's just maybe gone over the horizon. Um, but you bed down for the night. Um, Niana and Neroth, can you both make in? I mean, technically, even though I've been saying intelligence saves, technically it's an intelligence check. So both of you do intelligence checks. Mm-hmm.
Odd.
Niana?
Why
Oh, right,
me?
16. um,
Yeah.
I'm,
Why?
I'm
Something
trying to
lower,
create a
weren't you?
scenario where you roll above a 10. It's not working.
I'm sorry. In order for this scenario to exist, I have to stop rolling.
um, so Neroth, you go to sleep and um, you're thinking about, that morning in Rockstone where you woke up in a cold sweat. Nothing really. Um, you can't really think of much else. And Niana, when you're thinking back on it, um, you you're thinking back on the memories, trying to clarify it, clear things up, and as you're thinking about it, you remember that just before you woke up, in that cold sweat to that overbearing uh, sense overload, right? Just before you woke up from that bit where you were in the astral sea, you remember seeing something.
Your sister. She's alive.
Something you've seen before in the astral sea coming straight towards you at speeds you can't even comprehend. And as soon as this thing reached you, that's when your senses were. That's when everything went white and you woke up and then you fell unconscious again.
So I should probably not do that again.
Do you mind getting your nightmares under control?
I'll
You're getting some spillover here.
Some of that gold to go to therapy now, Julian.
Um,
Jeez.
and then as you're thinking about this, Niana, you feel, this is sort of before you go to sleep. You feel your tattoos, like just the warmth of them almost, as you're just concentrating on this, meditating. And then Neroth, you get the faintest smell, which it disappears as quickly as you noticed it. It wasn't a pleasant smell, but it wasn't a bad it wasn't a horrid smell either. It was a smell, but not an odor, not from an odor. Just for a split second. And we will end it here.
Cool. Roll 20. We need to talk off stream.
Meet me out back.
Yeah. Just aggressively clicking as it
Yeah.
comes out the back.
So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll upload this on.
I'm not sure I can
Yeah, sure
honestly
thing.
answer yes.
That was some crazy bad rolls, man.
I'm just glad my stealth roll still came out.
Yes,
well, very,
that's the
very
one that
clean.
matters.
Get me out of that situation well enough.
That could have gone very bad. But yeah, so
I was honestly trying to do a smoke bomb run away sort of thing. You know, that smoke bomb. Run.
Yeah, I'd imagine you, as you went to grab it, you like held it up like in a
Hey.
like some sort of like superhero pose. You're like smoke bomb. The guy's like and you're like
Roll 20
okay,
more like
punch.
roll 1. Thanks, Julian. That is exactly how I'm thinking.
Roll 1.
Hit me where it hurts.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll end
According
the
to
stream.
your like,
Hold on,
what is
I'll
it?
just
This thing up here.
quickly end the stream now. But yeah, so might do it next week depending on how you guys are, or as well as depending on if I can think of the plan for next session in time.
So
Not sure if
Now
I'll
that
be
I
able to
know where you're
emotionally
going.
recover in a week now.
Oh,
just
this
looking
is
at,
just
looking at that
to go
arrow.
back
That's
to the old schedule.
basically what 10 miles a day. Sounds about right. You're doing nothing but traveling.
We should be going at about 24 miles a day.
Yeah, I haven't fixed the key up top.
Well, fucking fix it already. Because it is very off.
How about I delete it and then you don't have to worry about it?
You should.
Okay, I'll do that.
This is very off. If we're looking at this thing and like how far we should have done, we should have been able to do this trip in like 5 days.
Probably.
Maybe 6 days.
Well, we've escaped. We've officially escaped Rockstone. So, what other places can we no longer be welcome at? We'll find out next time.
Yes.
Zembri!
So yeah,
I
I'll
mean,
upload
I'm
the stuff
starting
my
to
usual
believe that
channel.
I'm no longer welcome in the living world.
Ooh.
It's all right. We got Warren's one coming up on Monday.
But yeah,
Feel
next
better
time.
after that.